I don't know if anyone's in here or not yet. I'm going to give a little grace period to this song to let people come in if they would like to. Come hither, everybody. Damn. Hey, Mom. Hi. Dad. How are you doing? Oh, no comment. No, I'm just kidding. I'm fine, like, I guess, like, in the grand scheme of things, but, like, fuck. You know what I mean? But I decided that at the beginning of every art stream, why don't I do, like, one song where I just kind of chill out and vape and dance and, like, chat a bit while everyone just files in. You know, all one or two of you. What did you been doing lately? No comment. No, I don't, like, fuck all. I haven't been doing shit except for these weird art movies. Speaking of which, we've got our first documentary on our hands today. It's about a little boy, 15 years old, who killed himself in the middle of the classroom. It's a good one. It's going to be a good one. Not only that do we have coming out today for its big debut, but also a new movie called Under the Hinged. Yeah, oh my god. It's such a weird, convoluted name. I just, like, wanted to, like, do something unhinged, but, like, under the hinge. I don't even know, honestly. Oh my god, and I'm so excited to show you guys the documentary because it ends with a segment that I don't remember making and is genuinely so nutty that you guys might be like, "Are you okay? Do you need to be in the hospital?" It's so weird. I don't know what came over me, why I made it like that. I remember making it, but I don't remember saying those things. It's so weird. Anywho, let's enjoy a song and vape while everybody files in, and everyone can tell me how they are doing as they file in and their name and their favorite color or something. Oh, my outfit. I'm wearing this dress, this pink dress with this pink choker with this pink lip gloss and this hat, of course. And just in case I get a little, oh shit, just in case I'm a little bit lackluster at any given moment, I can just add these. Then I'm ready to rumble. So let's wait until everybody else comes in and is ready to rumble. But really, guys, it's going to be a treat today. The first documentary, an hour and 22 minutes. It's all about Jeremy Wade Dell, the little boy who killed himself in front of his class, like I said earlier. Very interesting. And not only that, but we go on other suicidality tangents. You know what I'm saying? You know, I love philosophical suicide and all that. So not that I love doing it, but I love the concept and learning about it, and it fascinates me. So this is just, you know, up my alley. I think I look very cool right now. I'm not centered though. What have you been doing lately, Stinky? Other than stinking up the place. That's good. Okay, that's enough song. I think everybody's filed in. Hello, how's everybody doing? Welcome to ARTY Party, the 6th installment. 6. Get it? I don't even know. I'm so like today. So if I'm a little bit extra, like, is she all there? Like, sorry about it. Like, hands up, don't shoot. But the documentary will more than make up for it. Okay, I'm gonna make a poll right now on which you guys want first, the new movie or the new documentary. The new movie is called Under the Hinged. And it's about a girl who's just like, she's just crying out for mercy. She's just so desperate and like chaotic and thrashing at this point. Like, you know, not necessarily literally, but like, you know, she's just in such a freaking tidal wave, and she's like begging for mercy. But who is she begging? And would they even give it to her? Are they even real? Are they even there? Are they acknowledging it? You know? So it might be a little bit of voices in your head type deal going on again. like most of my movies have an what's that word? An element of. And then here's the documentary. Okay. Jeremy Wade Dell, 15 years old, January 8th, 1991. He goes to the front of his classroom after he is told to get a tardy slip, and he leaves the classroom after he's told to get a tardy slip. When he comes back, he says, "Miss, I didn't get a tardy slip, but I got what I went for." And he pulls out the gun, puts it in his mouth, blows his brains out right on the spot, no hesitation, baby. And something about me, not that I love suicide as I want people to do it, but I love learning about it. I love, like, public suicide is such a statement, and it's such a thing. Like, there's so much to say about it. So obviously there's a really long documentary about this kid, and it goes off on tangents. It even talks about Sue Klebold gets involved. Of course she does, right? Mama Columbine, Dylan Klebold's mother. I hate her. She's so annoying. Like, shut up. You know that you're just as bad or something. Like, get off the stage, you know? That TED Talk was awful. Anyway, I'll make the poll, and I will either play a couple songs in between, or I'll find a short video, or we will just stare at each other. I don't need to wear these the whole time. They obstruct my vision. Start a poll. I'm just gonna put documentary and movie because, like, in case people didn't hear me explain them, like, it's like, okay, fiction or nonfiction. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Oh shit, I added another option. I hope. Now how to get rid of it? Oh, there we go. Circle. What? Okay, there. I am just like, huh? Like, how's it? Beth's live. Nice. Yes. Beth is live. You're all very... Mark Fusion, #1 hater. He is a hater who plays hard to get. He's probably in here too, I bet. Ooh, bars. Just kidding. No, but if he is, he knows that I'm just being silly. Me and Mark get along very well. And, oh my God, we filmed a great interview yesterday. Amazing. You know, like, not a dry in the house, like, type deal. Like, it was very enthralling, you know, because it was about me, of course. And apparently it's still going through checks because, like, he blurred some stuff. I never heard of that happening. But no, he's not my #1 hater, but he is he's a little sassy. Is anybody voting yet? Oh, and speaking of documentaries, oh god, there's a hair in my lip gloss. Okay, there's gonna be another. Okay, I got it that time. There's gonna be another one about meth psychosis, one about Dentalian, the demon I work with, one about my 2 different alien abductions, one about Charles Manson and the truth, because he did not do anything bad. And if you think that, then I'm sorry, but you know, but we can't talk about that right now because it'll get me on a tangent. But that, I think, wraps up the documentary. Oh, and how Gigi Allen didn't get to do his onstage suicide like he planned, and how he really died. That's going to be the documentary as well. I'm still getting jacked. Alien abduction. I've been abducted twice, unfortunately. Yeah. So, and sometimes people want me to, like, you know, go over it and, like, you know, tell the story from the beginning or something. They don't ask me that, but, like, I don't know. I just never, like, want to, like, it's hard when you have a brain injury to remember all the elements of a story at once, and then it looks like you're leaving things out on purpose or something if you remember something later. So I just need to write it down one day and then review what I've written down for a couple of days and add to it, and then make the documentary, because I just wing all my stuff otherwise. Like, I don't plan any art free things. Even this documentary, I didn't plan a goddamn thing. Just went balls to the wall. And it turned out great. Very great. Anyhow, okay, hell yeah, Gigi reference. Yeah, there's a picture of him over to my right on my other bookshelf. I love Gigi Allen. In fact, while we're waiting for any more votes, just in case, I will play 1 or 2 Gigi Allen songs to be festive for the moment. Oh. Okay, everybody, here's Needle Up My Cock. Just kidding, I don't know that one by heart. That'd be funny if I played Needle Up My Cock, but it's not that funny because, like, yeah. Love song. The most underrated love song in the entire world. I hear mariachi static on my radio, and the tubes, they glow in the dark, and I'm here with you in the Señata, and I'm here in Echo Park. Carmelita, hold me tighter, I think I'm sinking down, and I'm all strung out on heroin on the outskirts of town. Well, I pawned my Smith & Wesson, and I went to see my man. He hangs out down on Alvarado Street by the country chicken stand. Carmelita, hold me tighter, I think I'm sinking down, and I'm all strung out on heroin on the outskirts of town. Hair in my lip gloss, sorry. Oh. But now I'm sitting here playing Russian roulette with my pearl-handed gun. The county won't give me no more methadone, and they cut off your welfare check. Carmelita, hold me tighter, I think I'm sinking down, and I'm all strung out on heroin on the outskirts of town. Carmelita, hold me tighter, I think I'm sinking down, and I'm all strung out on heroin on the outskirts of town. Hello. Okay, I kicked the light when I did that. What the hell? Like, girl, what are you doing? It's okay. Let me see how many votes there are because I didn't check. 2 votes only. There's 5 of you in here. I'm going to do one more song to see if you guys vote. Okay? Just so you know. I'm going to do a Mazzy Star song because, like, I just feel like this outfit is very bad. I'm just going to turn. No, I don't need to go there. But yeah. And then I will check the votes and we will get voting. Breathless and on again inside today beside me today around and broken in we go. That was fun. Hey, who is talking? Hi, Sin Orange. I see when you guys make all those wacky emojis with like bodies and everything and like whole like lives of their own. I don't know what the fuck they mean. I don't even barely use regular emojis. But anyway, let me look at the poll. Oh, you all want the documentary, do you? Well, you want them? I got them dripping like water. Let me get it on my Dropbox. But yeah, no, I have so many, like, oh, let me end the poll. I have so, did you say something? Mom hugs? Why? Do I seem destitute? That'd be correct. I'm just kidding. No, but I am in a bit of a emotional state. I don't know. Like I'm just like straight up not having a great time, you know, but that's everybody. Okay, let me bring this up and let me give a little bit of preface just in case anybody just walked in. And let me give a most important. Oh my god, bro. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to make it open properly in the right window before I act a goddamn fool. Everything's making me mad today. Like, well, not mad, just like just very like over it. But okay, so documentary that I made. It's got many different segments. So it's about Jeremy Wade DELLE, who blew his brains out in front of all his other classmates when he was 15 in high school, right when he got like in the morning, like around 9. And it's going to include a little bit about him, a little bit about guns at school in general, a little bit David is a bully. Who's David? I don't see David anywhere. I don't see that like anyone with the name David. So like, yeah, can I say? Oh, Stephen David? Are you a bully, Stephen David? Are you? Because I'll show you. Yeah, I'm just gonna. No, but anyway, so there's going to be testimony from people who knew him at the time, an interview with his parents. There's literally anything you could ever want. Where's Parbs though? This. Oh God, if he misses the debut of this, then that will just feel wrong. But the show must go on. Anyway, let's begin. Let's share that screen, boys and girls. Today we're going to learn how to poison squirrels. Okay, here we go. You see that? Beth David is a bully. Well, I mean, he can try to bully me. It's not going to work. And also it's going to get him on my shit list. So I just don't recommend it. But I don't think he's a bully. Like I don't remember though. That's the thing. And bullying often goes over my head. And when people are not being bullies, I think they are. And I start a fight with them. Oh God, I was the queen of that last night. You should have heard me on the phone. It was ridiculous. Anyhow, the tragedy called Jeremy. Oh, and if you're wondering why I know about this kid is, they say half of what inspired the Pearl Jam song Jeremy has spoken, but really most of it, because his other friend was named Brian and really wasn't much of an inspiration for the song at all, but he says he was, and it's a bit of a lie. I should fight David. It would just be a mauling. It wouldn't be fair, but let's go. You guys ready for this shit or what?
The tragedy called.
Let's get it full screen. All systems ready for takeoff. The tragedy called Jeremy. And this... Is that a fucking K? Did I put Cherokee? No, that's an M. It's just weird. Okay, I was like, you're kidding me. I was about to crash out for a K. Oh my God.
Jeremy.
Okay, ready? Let's learn about a dead kid. I'm just kidding. Well, not really good.
Jeremy might bring back memories for some, but for one mother, it's like reliving a night.
Circa 2016, this aired. Oh my God.
For the first time, she's talking about the song and its connection to her son's death. Luz Cynthia Seguirre has this WFAA original.
It is very relevant in America today.
It was the tragedy that sparked the...
As we go through this, it will give you any and all context you need to. So that's what's good about it as well. So don't worry.
The song and a controversial music video nearly 30 years ago. Jeremy by Pearl Jam.
That day that he died did not define his life.
Wanda is Jeremy's mother.
Sorry, I'm already interrupting, but she says that all the goddamn time. The day he died did not define his life. No! Nobody's saying that. Nobody thinks that. Nobody thinks your son is only the kid who died that day. What people are so drawn by and enamored by and intrigued by is the whole public suicide of it all, and it being so permanent and nobody really having the balls to ever do that, or why would they, and how could they? And it's such a statement. Like, people have respect for your son. It's not like, oh yeah, he's just a kid that died in class. Like, I don't know. I'm still early. I'm learning with you guys a little bit too. So I don't hate her and I'm not mad at her yet, but if that's her attitude, which it may be, might not.
He was a son, a brother, a nephew, a cousin, a grandson. He was a friend.
Everybody is.
He was talented.
On January 8, 1991, her son walked into his English classroom at Richardson High School and shot himself in front of his peers.
Sorry, I want to
In an instant.
the ending. So the ending, guys, the ending segment is pure, like, what the fuck? That's nutty. Like, are you okay, Beth? Because I don't know what happened to me as I was making it, but it totally went one other way, and it's unhinged. Like, weird. How is TK blocked here? I never chat here. I've never blocked anyone from chatting unless they have spammed, and I know that I didn't block TK, so you are lying to me.
Everything changed.
I was at my office.
But then you chat, like, you're not blocked. I don't block anybody.
And what was your immediate reaction?
I didn't believe it. I was in shock. Not my son. I was going to pick him up that afternoon at school.
Even now, his mother is not sure as to the why.
How did you get through the fact that it happened in front of children?
I didn't think about.
Well, TK, did you ever spam something more than 5 times or say racial slurs more than 3 times? Because really, that's not like a rule. Like, everybody gets banned for that. People get banned for just arbitrary reasons too, but it's rare because I don't do censorship. I don't believe in censorship. I'm not protecting anybody from the truth. Do I think I do that? I don't know what you think. Well, actually, I do. I'm in your head, but there's not much going on. No, I'm just kidding. Do I think you do what? I don't think about what you do. No hate, but like, what? And I'll confirm or deny.
I mean, you literally go into a fog.
That's me. Always right next to my friend Eric.
Brittany King was Jeremy's classmate.
Right.
This was a big wake-up call. Like,
sorry, before you, oh my God, me. I don't know if you know. I don't try to be complicated. I have a brain injury. It's hard for me to connect dots. I forget what I was just talking about. And like, it's hard to communicate with me at times, but I try my best. Okay. I'm sorry that I'm literally disabled, like from brain damage.
you know what? Life is not all hunky-dory all the time. Real things, tragedies happen.
She was 16 and he was almost 16 in January of 1991.
And it made me grow up pretty quick overnight, literally overnight.
Brittany remembers it like it was yesterday.
Shock and fear went into my mind. All the students, we ran to the back of the room and kind of huddled together.
Then Brittany made a split second.
I'm not going to tell you how to feel because your feelings are yours to feel, but I did not try to make you feel bad. And of course, you're always going to continue to feel more interested when I'm involved. Yes. So I don't know how to answer your question. I'm not going to police your feelings or behavior or anything of yours. I'm not the boss. Like, until I say I am, then I am. Oopsie.
Decision that will forever haunt her.
Should I look? I remember thinking that. Should I look?
You police my name?
I did. I looked.
You just
just, I don't know why. I don't know why I looked, but I did. And I'll never forget. I will never forget it.
A newspaper clipping about the shooting at Richardson High caught the attention of Pearl Jam, and the rest is history.
But I was angry at them for writing that song. I thought, you don't know, you weren't there. That story's not accurate.
Like, okay, so I have to pause it. That makes me so mad because the story is mostly accurate for what they're using it for, like what they're trying to convey. Jeremy spoken, like he's made his statement, like as in blowing his brains out in front of the class, like as in like we all are gonna hear Jeremy because Jeremy never got heard type deal. Like that, there was no way they could have paid homage to him and made him seem like a tortured like hero or whatever the fuck more. Like they literally were. If he knew, he'd be like, oh my god, me? Like, I know Pearl Jam's not that cool, but like, I mean, just the fact that a kid did that, like, think about it for a second. And I know it's crazy to think about, especially when you don't have kids, but when you do have kids, it's even crazier to think about. Whenever I feel like we are fighting right now, I'm kind of sensitive and drunk and hate the name Jeremy. You're very triggering tonight. Okay, well, that's rude of you to think I'm triggering because I'm literally not. And yeah, I'm sensitive and I'm not gonna lie. I'm sipping on some Black Fly and we're not fighting. Everyone always thinks I'm fighting or I'm mad when I'm not. I'm just an abrasive person. When I'm mad, I will state explicitly, I am mad, this is why. I promise. So you will know. Otherwise, do not assume I'm mad. You'll be wrong.
He drew this in 1982.
When you walk into Wanda's home today, Jeremy is everywhere.
His Best of Shows ribbon. He won first prize at the Texas State Fair. He won Best of Shows. And this is all before he was, 12 years old.
He drew this award-winning picture of an elephant when he was just 7 years old. Jeremy clearly had a gift.
This is the room where we meet each Wednesday night.
12 years ago, Wanda decided to move on by helping others. She started leading a grief support group at her church.
When you see school shooting now, what do your eyes see?
I think of the mothers. I think of the sisters. I think what'll be said or what opinions will be thought about the student. It's the mothers and the sisters that I want to wrap my arms around and tell them that someday it'll be better.
That was Cynthia Aguirre reporting. If you or anyone you know feels hopeless and needs someone to talk to, call the National Suicide Prevention Line.
I know what it feels like when there's just nothing left to say and hasn't been for a while. I get it.
Look business bitch I look right now. Look at me. Hi. Let's do business, right? Like, I have never worn this suit jacket till today. I thought I'd take it for a spin, and boy, sorry, I keep interrupting. I'm just like, I'm all kinds of loony and all kinds of lonely. Anyway, resuming. Sorry about that.
Dear family, I hope
Note left for
going
everyone.
well down there. I'm sorry this letter is not as friendly as
This
you
is
and
a
I
suicide
would have
note.
wanted it.
Or,
This letter was written before I committed suicide. I'm just writing to thank you again for letting me stay there. And keep up the good work with Christ and yourself. You are very, very pretty. I hope you make some guy happy.
what
Your
matter of
parents
fact
too.
kid.
Chris, you mean the most to me. You know how I feel. Sorry if I let you guys down. Yours truly. P.S. Call my dad for funeral info. Yours truly, Jeremy Wade.
It's so
DELLE.
sad when you think like an actual 50.
Jeremy was once a child. He did struggle. He wasn't ever an adult.
Before Jeremy's suicide, he had been struggling psychologically. and had spent some time as a hospital-bound student at a psychiatric hospital to his attendance. At school had been sporadic, and he had met with Jeremy and his father too.
I don't know how.
Discussed the problem. Furthermore, Jeremy had been in counseling with his father, who was separated from his mother. Richardson School District spokeswoman Susan Dacus Wilson stated, high school administrators knew he was a troubled child, and they were trying to do as much as they could for him. An investigation would determine that Jeremy had stolen the gun from a female acquaintance of his father.
See,
true crime
conflicting information, because I heard the gun was his girlfriend's. I repeat, gun was his girlfriend's. Or ex-girlfriend, because that's one of the reasons he did it. But that could be wrong too. So we don't know where the gun came from. It's the mystery gun.
A number of Jeremy's classmates expressed tremendous guilt for not befriending him. One boy named Daniel stated, everybody I talked to said the ultimate same thing. They wish they could have said something to him before he did it. 3. A girl who attended church with Jeremy at Casa View Baptist. Church would reveal that Jeremy had been looking for love and wasn't quite sure where to find it. She said that Jeremy...
I tell you the cold, honest truth, the cold, hard truth, nothing but the truth. So I got me a little black fly action. And boy, you know, I wish I could get drunk. But I can't. You know why? I'm sure you've seen why many times. But when I get drunk, it's awful. I ruin everything. I put myself through hell and everybody else. I humiliate myself. I usually get hurt. Sometimes arrested. So I can't get drunk. I wish I could just get drunk, you know? Like gap out for a bit, escape the day. But I can't. I just have to like literally like have like a couple. Like
was a very open person and had
discussed
suicide shortly before his death.
I might get arrested.
This girl an envelope and asked her to give it to another.
If you don't already have anything on your record, I wouldn't recommend it. Keep that clean. But if you're already got stuff, then who cares? You know, like collect them. And like non-violent charges, who cares? In my opinion. In my home.
This envelope contained a suicide note. Jeremy had several suicide notes and sent several cassettes to friends before taking his own life. One of them, to whoever I decide this is to, I have a lot, a little too much, more than what I can handle. I'm in too much pain, and I just want you to understand why I'm doing this. I don't hate myself. I hate what's going on in my life. My parents, a new school.
Okay.
I feel like I don't fit.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt again, but I did not realize this audio was not crystal clear. I am sorry about that, but good thing there are closed captions. Oh boy. I think could the lightning visual effect could have made a lightning sound over it or something? That's the only thing I could think of. But I mean, anything could have happened when you see what happened to the last segment. What I started talking about, it's nutty.
Realize that there will be friends that will try to mess with mine because I feel
and I included it for comedic relief.
It's the only one. I figure it's been so many jobs won't even know. I'm gone, and as for ones that tried to hurt me, you didn't. Sorry, Nancy. By the time you get this letter, I will have blown my head off, aka suicide. Better known as last way. Newsflash, not your fault. It's Michelle's, along with about 137.5 other problems. I was just writing to see if you wanted to go to the field. Call my house and ask for my dad. 690-533.
That's his.
At least you didn't have to hear the boom. Love, Jeremy Wade Dell.
High school is hard for anyone, but Jeremy felt awful.
Jeremy Wade Dell was just a 15-year-old sophomore who had recently made the colossal leap from Bryan Adams High School in Dallas to Richardson High School in Richardson, Texas. But on the fateful day of January 8, 1991, he waltzed into school packing a 357 caliber Magnum, like it was the latest iPhone. That morning, Jeremy sauntered into class fashionably late, only to be greeted by his second period English teacher, Faye Barnett, who calmly instructed him to grab an admittance slip from the office. But instead of doing what any reasonable person would do, Jeremy made a beeline for his locker and retrieved the lethal weapon he had so.
If anybody's like, what's with the game music in the background? Why is it like all like action movie feel good over this? Yeah, the juxtaposition is ridiculous and silly, and that's part of my charm. It's just to be expected. Weird things throughout the documentary that aren't quite disrespectful, but are a little off.
Brought along when he strolled back into the classroom. He marched straight to the front and dramatically declared, "Miss, I got what I really went for," and then His shoved the barrel of that gun into his mouth and pulled the trigger, ending his life in a heart-stopping instant right before the eyes of his teacher and 30 bewildered classmates. Can you even imagine the sheer horror before anyone could even process what the hell had just happened? Jeremy was gone, lifeless at the front of the classroom.
Fun fact, a lot of kids thought it was a prank for the first initial, like, probably just a few seconds, I'm guessing, because, I mean, you can't prank that, especially with the gun in your mouth. Like, no faking that.
Ryan Jackson, who had just
spaghetti showers type shit, you know what I mean?
Just been opening his locker right outside, described the sound as a loud bang, like somebody had just slammed a book on a desk, but within seconds, screams erupted from inside the classroom, sending students scrambling into the hallways like startled rabbits. Brian peeked inside and saw the teacher
I'm here for the gang.
against the wall, crying.
You know what? I respect it if you're just here for the chills with like me and the chat, because you know what I do almost every goddamn, well, not lately because I've been really depressed and I've been like up to no good, kind of a little bit here and there, no, like between me. I go to Mark's chat every morning just to chat. I don't care about wrestling. I don't care about George Dorinda. I don't care about what else do they watch? Fucking Eric McHenry, like fucking, you know. But I love chatting with them, and they're my friends, and I feel better after after I start my day that way, and I love them so much. We're a big happy family, so I totally get that, and I condone that, and I love it.
And shaking, a sight that would haunt him forever. The young witnesses were quickly ushered into another classroom as the school district's volunteer crisis team swooped in to help them navigate their unimaginable grief. Since Jeremy had only been at the school for a couple of months, he hadn't really forged any strong connections, according to his teacher. He was more of a loner who preferred to spend his time in solitude. He was real quiet and acted down at times. He seemed sad, recalled Lisa Moore, who had crossed paths with Jeremy in the Insicle suspension program, shared that they would exchange notes. He often signed off with "right back." But on that tragic Monday, he had signed off with a chilling "later days." What a gut-wrenching farewell, right? Rest in paradise, Jeremy Wade Dell.
So Mama Columbine just had to chime in. This is an article that touches on a lot. My main takeaway from is that pain inspires art.
Okay, I'm going to do a little bit more elaboration on what this is about to be. This is about to be a closed caption and text-to-speech article from the New Yorker called "Script of School Shooters" or something like that. And I changed a couple things here and there because I can write it better than the New Yorker, obviously, but it's mostly true to form, and it explores a variety of topics like guns at school, parents of people who do something terrible or they can't take back the deal. Yeah, so there's lots of tangents. The imagery is not important. It's just I wanted something, and that's what I got. I just found an image and I played with it.
Cultural script of School Shooters by Daniel Wenger, February 25th, 2016. Save the story. For 2 decades, an iconic song and music video about teen suicide have been widely understood as a story of murder. Sue Klebold's memoir, A Mother's Reckoning, begins with a public tragedy. On April 20th, 1999, Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold armed themselves with guns and explosives and walked into Columbine High School. It continues with a private one. Dylan Klebold was my son. Klebold's project is to reconcile.
I can't fucking stand this bitch, just side note. I hate her. She's so annoying.
The private image of her son with the public one. To grasp how someone she so loved, someone by many accounts lovable, could have done something so horrifying. 17 years later, she still cannot generate an answer. There is Dill, the boy she raised, and _Time_ magazine's monster next door. The boy she never knew. The Dylan she never knew was, above all else, suicidal. Dwayne Fuselier, a clinical psychologist and the FBI agent in charge of the Columbine investigation, told her that Harris, whom analysts posthumously judged a psychopath, went to the school to kill people and didn't care if he died, while Dylan wanted to die and didn't care if others died as well. Klebold notes that roughly half of the nearly 200 rampage shooters active in America between 1966 and 2000 were suicidal, citing a
That's an interesting thought, though. How many school shooters either want to die versus don't care if they die versus are not planning on dying and do not want to die? That's probably a very small percentage, that last one there. But I wonder where the other two fall. That is interesting.
2013 paper by the criminal justice specialist Adam Langford. Truly suicidal or not, rampage shooters have less than a 1% chance of escaping the consequences of their actions, he writes. To plan an event with such a disastrously low chance of escape or survival implies what Langford calls life indifference. Sometimes, it appears, children enter the cell of their teenage years and find this indifference stored inside, fully fledged. And in the United States, a gun is never far away.
Did Edward say something that is worthy of that? Because all I see is I'm here for the gang. I mean the ARTY party. You're telling him to go home now? Just all of a sudden? He said that like 4 minutes ago. Okay, I mean a little late, but yeah, Edward, Doge would like you to go home, please. You're dismissed.
If most school shootings are also teen suicides, the potential for mass violence begins to seem ubiquitous. As Klebold points out, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has ranked suicide the third leading cause of death among children between 10 and 14 years old, and the second leading cause among those between 15 and 24. Klebold writes, "We know, without a doubt, that exposure to suicide or suicidal behavior can influence other vulnerable people to make an attempt. She regrets the release of surveillance footage of her son and his accomplice during the massacre and celebrates Jefferson County's decision to keep private the so-called basement tapes, a series of threatening videos that the pair made before the murders." She also...
That's a rule here. It's kind of like 12-step programs. We don't all have to like each other. We all do have to love each other, though, okay? Great. Love ya.
mentioned Goethe's 1774 novel, The Sorrows of Young Werther, and the suicide of its lovelorn protagonist, which reportedly set off a battery of real-life copycats in much of Europe, a phenomenon codified in 1974 by the sociologist David Phillips as the Werther effect. Although Klebold does not think of herself as pro-censorship, she believes that video games, for instance, are likely particularly dangerous for vulnerable kids who are struggling.
Sorry, but it's way more your fault, Sue, that Dylan shot up that school and killed people for no reason than it is video games. And you're just trying to scapegoat video games because you're a bad mother and you know it, bitch. I hate that. I hate
struggling
that.
With brain.
I can't stand Sue. Like, she's so, like, she's like she's just like my grandma in, like, the bad way. Like, oh my God, like she thinks that she's so, like, interesting, hard done by, the biggest murderer in the world, the smartest person, has the best testimony to share. Like, it's ridiculous. I can't stand that woman. and I've only seen it
illness
one time in a video. Oh my god! Why do I do that?
Or other cofactors.
Sorry.
She adds, in an act I greatly respect, the novelist Stephen King asked his publisher to withdraw his novel, Rage, after a number of school shooters quoted from it. Rage, about a teen who shoots up his high school and takes his algebra class hostage, was a favorite of Barry Loukaitis. 20 years ago this month, when Loukaitis was 14, he walked into Frontier Middle School dressed in a black duster and carrying 2 handguns, 78 rounds of ammunition, and a hunting rifle, as Malcolm Gladwell put it, last October in The New Yorker. After killing 3 people, including his algebra teacher, Loukaitis was subdued. Gladwell, writing shortly after a massacre at Umpqua Community College in Oregon, argued that school shooters aren't inherently deranged. Instead, over decades, a riot logic has unfolded, with the truly disturbed throwing the first bricks, followed by those who have overcome higher natural barriers to violence. Killers like Eric Harris, who needed no encouragement to resort to murder, make it easier for the likes of Dylan Klebold to participate. The Black Coat of Loukaitis, the Black Coats of Klebold and Harris, these have become part of the standard.
I mean, so am I, Kim. I agree with you, but I mean, I also can't talk because I'm also dumb and I have no impulse control. But guys, Kate, they're about to mention this book that I have, and it's a very rare book, so I want to do a little brag right now. Okay, so this book was pulled off the shelves because it inspired a school shooting. Like literally, as a fact, the kid was like, I was inspired by this book, and like they pulled it off all the shelves. So Stephen King, right? He has another pseudonym called Richard Bachman. He wrote, I don't know how many books he wrote under that pseudonym, don't ask me, but I have 4 of them, and it's a set called the Bachman books, and it includes Rage, which is the book about killing the classmates that inspired school shooting that is not allowed, and I have it. Oh, I love that I have it. Pry it from my cold dead hands, you know? Oh my god, it's doing
shooters, as Gladwell puts it, invoking the sociologist Ralph Larkin's notion that Columbine laid down.
I hated high school so much, I dropped out of it real quick. I agree.
On the cultural script for the next generation of shooters. Each new shooting seems to cement Columbine's place at the start of the line, but the script has a prehistory, too.
I agree, Kim. They don't fuck around. They won't find out. I'm just kidding. No, nobody should shoot anybody. I honestly think guns are for pussies. Any coward can pull a trigger.
When Loukaitis was tried, his defense team claimed that he'd taken inspiration from the music video for Pearl Jam's Jeremy from the group's 1991 album, 10, which describes a boy who imagines mountaintops slash with him on top as the dead lay in pools of maroon below. The video, released the next year, alternates between clips of Pearl Jam's frontman, Eddie Vedder, wide-eyed and greasy haired, and visions of a teenage Jeremy, tearing through his parents' home and a forest clearing before finally bringing a gun to school. It was immensely popular, getting repeated airplay on MTV and winning several of the network's video music awards. It was also, then as now, misunderstood. A song about the underpinnings of adolescent suicide was widely seen as the story of a school shooter. Jeremy is based loosely on Jeremy Wade Bell, who, in January 1991, brought a .357 revolver to his English class in Richardson, Texas, and killed himself.
I had some friends who were bullied so badly. There was one girl, and this was a public suicide, guys. I actually know someone who did a public suicide, not like literally, and it's pretty messed up, but I didn't know her that well. I knew her through my cousin, but I don't know exactly what was going on. I did not go to this school. I was going to the school across the street, the high school, but she hung herself on a tree outside of the elementary school she went to in the morning before the kids got there. Yeah, literally. I did not see that, but when I heard that happened, oh my god. Doge tells lies. Doge is a little bit of a rascal, and he will admit that, I'm sure. Yeah, it's fucked up. Yeah, her name is Genevieve. I just think about that, and I have a kid who blew his brains out pretty much just like Jeremy, but not for the same reasons at the same age, and who I was in English class with. He was doing a lot of MDPV, which is a research chemical, and up for too many days. And my understanding is the gist of it is he was hearing voices saying he would be a god in another universe if he killed himself, and also like when you're in psychosis, often you're tormented in this realm. So he blew his brains out on this farm that belonged to this old guy that like he didn't barely know that he was at for whatever reason doing drugs, and it was really sad. And it's still really sad. Like, it's horrible. I hate that kids would do something like that. Like, you know, I hate that anybody would, but it's so sad. I'm a big rascal. No, I'm a bigger one. Trauma dump W? Huh? What? That's like literally such a gay comment because my whole channel's a trauma dump. Come on. Get with the program.
In front of his teacher and his fellow students. The song and its video inspired a cult following. One site devoted to DELLE.
Oh, you get trapped in hell? Okay. Yeah, no. I don't think suicide is the answer, obviously. I'm just very fascinated by philosophical suicide, suicidality, and suicidism, which is a thing. I'm not even kidding. And the idea of public executions, or not execution, suicides, because it is such a statement that you cannot really make any other way. And it's just like, oh, I don't know. It's not that I like these things to happen. It's that I'm very, very enamored. No, that means I like them. I'm very captivated. I want to know more. I want to also be like hard like that. Like, I don't want to be such a little bitch. Why can't I make statements? But I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
The Jeremy story published a 2009 letter attributed to Delle's father, recounting years worth of trinkets and notes left at his son's gravesite, as well as calls and emails from young teenagers with some.
Kim, I'm pretty sure there is a 24-hour chat for it. I just don't know the number, and I've never called it. I used to call this number called the crisis line, though. And you know when I'd always call it? When I would, this was back in the day when I was doing a lot of meth all day, every day. 8-ball a day up in the veins, like, oh, crazy. I was in psychosis for years. But like when I would like get to my breaking point and be like, I don't know what to do. I'm scared of the mess and I'm scared of the not mess. I would just call the crisis line and like cry. And like they couldn't do anything about it, but they would talk to me. And I didn't really have anybody that could tell like how bad it was. So like, honestly, bless their hearts. I love them. Haven't called them in years, but.
Perverse idea that what he did was really cool. The enthusiasm hasn't entirely abated. The domain name for the Jeremy story was registered in 2012, and just this month.
Yeah, literally, like, and the thing is, and I don't mean to be dark, but if you can't get them to change their mind can't be changed. And if their mind is actually made up, which it rarely is when people say they're going to do this, that bell's already been rung. You can't really. You know what I mean? Like when someone's really decided to go forward with that, they are not playing. They'll probably try to survive. People are very, that's one of people's biggest fears with those attempts is surviving and being left like mangled for it and having a worse life. And I understand that, but I mean, like, yeah, like obviously, and don't do it because yes, that could happen, or you could die, which is like both are bad. Like anything bad happening to anybody is bad, but yeah, but I'm just glad. There was a time, I can't remember who asked me about faith and religion, but it's very important to me, all facets and all kinds, because without it, I think violent, immoral, depraved crimes and suicides would skyrocket. It'd be open season. It'd be horrible. It'd be like the Hunger Games. I'm just kidding. The Hunger Games, that's stupid, but you know what I mean? Like people would be like.
A new post went up on the Facebook page DELLE. These obsessives might have appreciated a claim that a defense attorney made during Barry Lakaitis' trial. Pearl Jam did not intend to transform a suicide into a mass murder. MTV, however, excised a central image from the video's final scene of Jeremy raising the gun to his mouth. The censor version gives us Jeremy at the front of the classroom with the gun at his side, and then his classmates at their desks, hands raised, white shirts blood spattered. Many viewers assumed the worst. I asked the director, Mark Pellington, who went on to direct many other videos and films about this mistake.
Okay, I didn't even know that. Okay, that must be why the mom and sister were mad about the video, because that little split second of the video where he's holding the gun and they're all like this, that would make him look like he's about to kill all them. And he was not. So, but I guess they have to do that because that's more PG-13 than you know, like by a long shot, just holding it by your side and fucking shit.
Reading of his work. He said that people were responding to a Xerox of a Xerox of a Xerox as the story was translated from life to song to screen. One jarring moment. Jeremy standing at the edge of a growing forest fire with his arms raised in a V, as the song says. Natalie E. Payton, a sociologist cited by Gravel, has studied the self-produced videos of many post-Columbine shooters and identified an overall convergence of visual productions that includes the spreading of one's arms wide. Most famously, it's the pose that the Virginia Tech shooter, Sung-Hui Cho, who in 2007 killed 32 people and then himself, struck in his pre-recorded video statement, made with a gun in each hand. Shortly after that shooting, the film critic Stephen Hunter wrote in the Washington Post that Inspector Pang, from John Woo's 1992 film, Hard Boiled, could have been a model for Cho. In the movie, Pang declares, give a guy a gun. He thinks he's Superman. Give him two, and he thinks he's God. Whatever the origin of the V, it made its way into the mind of 23-year-old Wellington Oliveira, who in 2011 copied poses from Cho's video before shooting 12 students and himself at his former middle school in Rio de Janeiro. In a 2001 oral history of Pearl Jam from Spin magazine, Eddie Vedder identified Jeremy as part of a lineage of teenage death songs. The music biographer Graham Thompson has written that the genre marks the first time in modern musical culture youth equates with introspection and unhappiness. One of the early anthems was Black Denim Trousers and Motorcycle Boots, recorded by the Cheers.
You know, I really think, and you're not really aware of this when you're this age, but I don't think people really even believe when faced with like hard evidence even that 15-year-olds can be this tortured in any way, shape, or form. They're like, you know, nothing to worry about. Fuck you. What the fuck you gotta worry about? You're a fucking kid. You know, like enjoy it. You're gonna have a job someday or something, like, you know, like, and it is very hard to imagine that a kid can be this tortured. But like, I think back to when I was a kid and like the things I was like, you know, like dealing with and cycling through my head and life constantly was insanity. I just didn't know it because I had no life experience, right? So kids don't even know that they're that troubled, and adults refuse to believe it. So this is why bad things are happening. This song came out when I was a teenager, locked up in a government institutions. Wow. How do you get like let out? Like, oh my God, if someone locked me up in an institution, oh, I'm not crazy. Institution, you're the one who's crazy. Like, I would probably do a crime or something. I would get out.
In 1955, above a rat-a-tat snare, the singer urges on the terror of Highway 101, while the...
Okay, well, like, dope. That's why I was released. Well, also like an institution that's not like for the mentally insane that can't take care of themselves, obviously, then just for like kids without homes type deal, I'm guessing. Well, that's cool. But you know, they all those programs, what do the kids do right when they turn 18? I'm sure that's very jarring and scary and hard to just, you know, like there's no transition. Oh, girls from juvenile prison. Okay. Dope. Were you in juvenile prison? Is that where you were locked up in juvenile prison with the juvenile prison girls? I'm just kidding. I'm not insane, just criminals. Okay. I'm criminally insane.
Hero's sweetheart, Mary Lou, pleaded and begged him not to leave. She is right to worry. He hit a screaming diesel that was California bound. In later years, the deaths rippled outward, from the boys to the girls who were the objects of their love or hate. Mark Denning's Teen Angel, which occupied the top slot of the Billboard Hot 100 for part of 1960, features a teenage couple whose car stalls on railroad tracks. The girl flees with her boyfriend to safety, but dashes back to recover a precious keepsake. Denning sings, "They said they found my high school ring / clutched in your fingers tight." The following decades brought new weapons, the knife, and You're Gonna Kill That Girl, 1977, by the Ramones, The Razor Blade, in Blasphemous Rumors, 1984, by Depeche Mode, in Skid Row's 18 and Life, 1989. The crime is a teen-on-teen murder. The Jeremy video, coming late in this lineage, would always have functioned as an apologia for teenage violence. At one point, Jeremy rages at his parents, seated at the kitchen table. Vedder sings in the chorus, "Daddy didn't give attention. No." / to the fact that mommy didn't care. Later, in the classroom, Jeremy endures the taunts of the other students.
Censorship is heavy here. Literally, I don't do censorship, so you're tripping. They told me I would never be able to work when I turned 18, that I needed to be on disability. You know what's crazy? I have a similar story because I am disabled and on disability indefinitely. But yes, you are tripping because there's no censorship here whatsoever. Thank you. I worked from ages 14 until 21 full time. And then all of a sudden at 21, I can't remember exactly everything that happened, but basically I went, I don't know, but my doctor deemed me unfit to work indefinitely and put me on disability permanently. So I don't know, I done fucked myself up, or I had a nervous breakdown. Beth, can you do me a huge favor? TK is asking me if he's bad with me. No, he's not. I've already answered that question actually, so I'd like to know who is not listening to the things I say. I'm just kidding. No, but no, I don't block anyone. And even if I did, okay, I don't even know how to unblock people. So if I did, what's done is done. And no hate in anything I do or don't do. You know that. I'm all love and I like you guys. You guys are fun. I'm not ever mad. A lot of you guys think I'm mad at you all the time, and I never have been. That'd be weird. But yeah, no, I didn't block him. But if I did, and I'm just simply forgetting because I'm cooked, then sorry about that.
They contort their faces. They encircle him with their desks. They graze his face with their fingers. Written on the chalkboard.
You thought we was cool, but you get it. You get what? You know what I get? No, you're not gonna watch your mouth. How about that? I am sensitive. Don't hurt my feelings.
Board, anxiety disorders, environmental stress, hereditary factors. Pellington told me that his intention had been to portray a shameful, alienated, picked upon child. He added, the violence was the natural conclusion of the story.
I didn't give fuck all of you.
Which violence and whose story? According to Pellington, the treacherousness of the terrain surprised Pearl Jam, which refrained for 6 years from making another music video. I think Pearl Jam was very upset that this piece about an alienated kid who killed himself was taken to be this glorified piece about a guy who shoots his classmates. Pellington did his own—
Is that what people took it as? Oh, I can totally see that. But only people who wouldn't know about it, because Jeremy's spoken. Everyone knows he shoots himself, and everyone thinks that he's a hero that shoots himself because nobody's willing to die for their dreams, and nobody has the fucking balls to do that shit. A 15-year-old, that's insane. Insane. But yeah, I did not hurt you because I don't hurt people. Guns hurt people with guns, okay?
Own penance during the 2014 election when he produced a set of PSAs for the Coalition Against Gun Violence. In one spot, a woman brushes her young daughter's hair as news of a school shooting comes on the television. Blood begins to drip from the woman's hands onto the girl's head, then onto a ballot with a Republican bubble filled in. A man's voice. You did not buy the guns.
Oh, he ain't making a scene. Nobody could steal my thunder.
You did not load the bullets. You did not empty the chamber, but you voted. You voted for politicians that refused to support common sense gun control. When I asked Pellington what he'd do differently if he were making the Jeremy video today, he said, I pull focus right up to the gun. That's the proper shot. Yet the Jeremy saga and the shooter's growing catalog of cultural influences suggest that Pellington wouldn't have been able to control the effects of the original cut either. Artworks escape the intentions of their creators as children evade the wishes of their parents. In Sue Klebold's account of her fight to keep the grim basement tapes private, people believed we were hiding something or protecting Dylan's reputation. She recalls the fear not only of spreading a murderous contagion, but also of propagating a comforting fantasy that the tapes were the key to understanding her son's evil, that evil will present itself in a way that only a fool
You know what? Fuck that shit. I don't like that shit. I need to understand my son who did something fucking horrible. No, you are Dylan Klebold or Eric, whoever the fuck you shoot up Columbine. You're not my son anymore. I hate you. I don't love you anymore. Don't talk to me. If my kid did that, not my kid. Nope. Anymore. That is evil.
Could fail to recognize. Klebold is not a fool. Her book makes clear, and though she and her son were quite close, she recognized.
Oh my goodness, like I don't know what's confusing about what's going on here. We're watching a documentary and I'm providing commentary. It's as simple and ordinary as that, you silly goose.
Nothing. I often think it would be far more instructive and frightening to show the video we took of Dylan on the afternoon of his prom, 3 days before the massacre, smiling and playfully tossing tiny snowballs at his dad behind the camera. As for the basement tapes, there just wasn't anything worth seeing.
Oh, look how does he do it?
Speaking of early first-time instances of guns at school.
Speaking of guns at school.
Pearl Jam's Jeremy and the intractable cultural script of school shooters. For 2 decades, an iconic song and music video about teen suicide have been widely understood as a story of murder. Sue Clubber's memoir, A Mother's Reckoning, begins with a public...
One moment, I just in case this is true, okay, I just had the thought, I was like, wait a minute. Is this the exact same segment we just watched, except done differently because I'm cooked and I forgot that I made it? Let me just check real quick and we won't have to go through it like all over again. 25. Sorry, I'm just gonna check. Oh my god, it is. It is. It's literally verbatim the same fucking thing with different visuals. Oh Lord. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to go to the next segment for you guys so that you don't have to go through it twice because that would be like really boring and stupid and redundant. Oh God, I don't know why I am the way I am. Or I cannot wait until you guys see the last segment. That is what I am the most excited for. Hey, Pero. School needs to be reformed. I'm going to homeschool my children. I would never let them go to school. That's asking for trouble. King Pero doesn't go on that bum Dusty's panel. I don't know anything about that. I'm glad I didn't have a son. Okay. Anyway, we are on to the next segment. Sorry about that. I do that type of shit often. I am cooked and brain injury, and I am just a little bit of a silly bitch. Oh wait, we're not screen sharing. We're not screen sharing. Now we are. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, bud. Share that fucking screen. There we go.
Ending zone.
Oh.
Entire shit. They normally follow this progression.
Woo.
Interlude. Depression
So this
stages.
is it. Wait.
Stage 1 is
So this is about how suicide happens.
ideation stage, during which a depressed person finds him / herself thinking about suicide more and more.
Hi, Bethadone, enjoying
However,
the stream?
the fear of
Thank
suicide
you. I'm
still
glad
outweighs
you
the
are.
depression. Therefore, the person
You will continue to, I'm sure, and you always have as well, I'm sure, but I'm just kidding. But we're going to watch this, which is about half over-ish, and then after, which is my first documentary, and then afterwards I have a new movie that we might watch, or I don't know what we'll do exactly after. I'll do a poll pretty soon here to see what we do after this. Oh my god, there's like my one eyelash is bugging my eye, and I look
may be thinking dark thoughts. My family would be better off without me. Obsessing over dark music, i.e., playing the same depressing song over and over again, or expressing thoughts of death, suicide, pain, and hopelessness through artistic expression, but has not yet begun to formulate a specific plan, all of which can be attributed to Jeremy a ton. Stage 2 is the planning stage, during which the person's dark thoughts begin to turn to formulating a specific plan for suicide. Friends and family may notice the person's depression worsening and the individual's substance abuse increasing. Stage 2 rarely lasts longer than several months because it is a very psychologically painful place to be. The person feels compelled to make a decision to suicide, thus moving into stage 3, or not to suicide at that time. A decision that most people do not discuss with loved ones and often wrestle with in isolation. Stage 3.
My channel, Geek Free. Do you hear yourself? No, God. I almost spit my black fly. I caught it though. reflexes like a puma.
Begins when a suicidal person makes the decision to commit suicide. The moment the decision is made, the person goes on autopilot.
I caught it.
People in stage 3 are imminently lethal. However, they seem more normal than they appeared in a long time. Depression seems to suddenly lift because the person has made the final decision and is no longer wrestling with it. Unfortunately, most mental health professionals and family members are not trained to recognize autopilot, and they breathe a sigh of relief because their patient seems to be much better now, not realizing that she is on a collision course with suicide. People on autopilot typically attempt suicide within the next 48 hours. It is crucial to be alert when a depressed patient who doesn't seem to improve after months of intervention suddenly seems to get better. Instead of relaxing, become more vigilant when you see a sudden, overnight improvement. Listen closely to any indication that the individual has decided to end their life and mobilize support among family, friends, and medical/behavioral health providers.
Why did they not get this poor boy help? False.
This is going to be about some of the help he got, some of the...
Late 1989. Jeremy starts grade 9 at Bryan Adams High School in DSD for 1989.
Like my visuals, they're fun.
Into 90 school year. March 8th, 1990. At Winter Chill Retreat sponsored by Casa View Baptist Church in Dallas suburb Mesquite, Jeremy meets Nancy and they begin dating. Late March 1990. Jeremy withdraws from grade 9 at Bryan Adams High School in the Dallas...
Jeremy really does fancy Nancy. Yeah.
Independent School District, DSD. He attends Richardson Junior High School in the Richardson Independent School District, RSD, while living with his father in 600 Rory Drive. April 1990. Nancy breaks up with Jeremy. Read what Nancy had to say about their relationship and Jeremy's personality here. 2 days later, Jeremy is hospitalized after trying to commit suicide by taking...
I didn't even mention this, guys. So, there, in case you guys are like, wait, you left something out, like a couple times in this documentary. So, what we are not going to get into, but is stated, like referenced, is he left a like 7-page single space handwritten note to his friend Chris, and I read a little bit of it. I didn't read the whole thing yet because I want to save it for the next installment of whatever we do with this. But it's very strange because he's like, I didn't ever think anyone could be like Mike again, but you were just like Mike. And I'm like, were they gay for each other or something? But then it's like, wait, he was so broken up about losing Nancy. So I don't know what to think. But the notes, maybe if you guys want me to read a little snippet of them after this, let me know and I'll tell you, because it's very, very confusing. Like, there's so much information with this and so much conflicting information at times, and then so many accusations of hidden information. Like, what? And then it's all the way fucking 30 years ago? 1991. Oh my God, that's 36 years ago. 37. That's insane.
Pills. Suicide attempt number 1. Jeremy admitted to an inpatient adolescent program at Timberlawn Psychiatric Hospital in Dallas. June 1990. Joseph and Wanda modify custody of Jeremy. Joseph becomes managing conservator. Wanda has to pay child support, and they split insurance and medical costs. July 1990. According to police records, Jeremy meets Nancy again at Summerburn Retreat of Casa View Baptist Church. He climbed up a cliff and threatened to jump off. He did not jump, but received counseling from church authorities. No follow-up reported. Suicide attempt number 2. Jeremy gets passed to come home from Timberlawn. He became outpatient, but still attended the groups and counseling meetings at Timberlawn. One night, he drives to Nancy's house and threatens to shoot himself because of family and school problems. Suicide attempt number 3. Michelle meets Jeremy at Timberlawn.
Oh, God damn it. I forgot to give the trigger warning before this that I was so hell-bent on giving because it really needed one. Okay, by the way, we're halfway through, but trigger warning. Death, blowing brains out, guns, kids dying, kids killing kids. Sue Klebold is an annoying bitch. Stuff like that.
Date. October 1990. Michelle is readmitted to Timberlawn. Jeremy is released. Michelle and Jeremy break up. October 1990. Michelle is readmitted to Timberlawn.
If people just listened and tried to communicate what they felt and thought with even just a fucking tiny bit of effort, Kim, I think that this world would run a lot better and have a lot less problems just by that. But nobody wants to fucking do anything. And they play the I care less game. And they don't want to open up because that's gay. And it's gay to care. And it's embarrassing to care. And everybody's just going fucking sociopathic, antisocial, like demons, and it's just horrible.
Jeremy is released.
My opinion.
Michelle and Jeremy break up. Read what Michelle had to say about their relationship and Jeremy's personality.
Yeah,
late October 1990.
This is just one of the reasons I was on some fucking bullshit when I was dating my ex for like the 3 and some months there recently, because he literally ignored me multiple times when I told him I was, when it was very clear I was suicidal. And even one time when I literally attempted. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, I don't know, and what's wrong with me for like being like, oh, you know what? He probably didn't mean to be rude. So like, I'll just stay with him and it'll get better. Like, what? It did not get better. It got
Jeremy began attending Richardson High School on October 16th.
And you know what? Y'all probably still see the fallout. Y'all probably still see that I was such an unstable woman for all my life, and before that. But oh my God, during, like oh my God during, and oh my God after. Boom. You know, like boom. You can say.
1990. According to RHS assistant principal Mr. Roseborough, the problems that Jeremy faced at Richardson HS dealt with truancy and an alleged threat against his algebra teacher. Jeremy had his locker searched 3 times before Christmas break. Searches yielded several bottles of Whiteout and a Cults That Kill book. November 1990. Jeremy casually tells multiple classmates about his fascination and preoccupation with suicide. He is reported to the school counselor. It is not known what the counselor suggested as treatment.
You know, I relate to that, but it's different when me, an adult woman, is telling people about my fascination with philosophical suicide, the philosophically absurd, and suicidality, and suicide as a concept and all that. If a kid says it, that's a little concerning. And honestly, a little concerning if I say it too, but then I say, don't be concerned, so it's not. Because it's like, well, I just like reason.
Given the severity of the symptoms, early December 1990, Jeremy attends his last regular classes before being put in ISS.
Tarot, and an asterisk beside that, indicating that you're correcting your last message, but there isn't a last message. So I think you got blocked. So please, talk in code and say it again.
December 11th, 1990. Jeremy allegedly steals money from a cash box after a RHS basketball game and is reported by fellow student for threats against his math and English teacher, as well as suicide intentions. December 12th, 1990. RHS Assistant Principal Joe Roseborough notifies Richardson police of the alleged threat, the Cults That Kill book, and the deer's leg found in Jeremy's locker. Mr. Roseborough said that RHS math teacher, Mrs. Neal, was not threatened directly by Jeremy, but that he made comments to other students. Something along the lines of, wouldn't it be funny if somebody just came in and blew her head off? Those statements reached the principal, who then contacted police officer in school Mr. Foster to make a report. Jeremy was taken out of Mrs. Neal's class. Evening. Jeremy is arrested for theft. Police also questioned Jeremy about the threat against the math teacher. Jeremy attests that he made general comments and that it was twisted as rumors passed around students. Police recommended counseling. Joseph tells police that Jeremy has had a lot of psychological treatment, that Jeremy was at Timbalon in early 1990, and that he is checking into other options for Jeremy. Joseph also asks for the theft to be reported to the juvenile system for help. December 14th, 1990. Jeremy is confined to ISS the rest of the year for both threats and locker contents. And also for the fact that
oh my God, Parbs, look at your...
He was in ISS.
I was going to be like, oh my God, Parbs, look at her butt, like that, like music video. But Parbs, I said, and if Parbs isn't here for this debut, as if. But I guess you're here now, and we're halfway through. And yeah, now I can't restart it because everybody, like, you know, I'd have an angry mob on my hands, but you can rewind it later. And yeah, it's still chock full of information, and it ends. Okay, this is the ending segment, and I have to explain it before it comes, or else you guys will be like, "What the hell? Like, what did this just say? And do you actually think that? And what is going on here? And was this all a joke?" Is what you'll think if I don't like warn you and preface it. But the end segment, I don't remember making it, and I don't know how it happened. It starts off normal. I remember making it completely visually, vividly. The things I said towards the end of it are what? It's like it's actually like bizarre, absurd, weird, concerning. You'll see. Like, basically, I'll give you the short of it. I basically, in 10 minutes, go from this story to it was all about Queen Elizabeth, though, and how do you think it made her feel? but like really dramatic about her feelings about this, and then saying it was her special day. Like, I'm like, what was I don't remember saying, what the hell? I'm crazy. I am crazy, but I can't wait for that part because I think Mark talked about it in his live today that I sent him a Dropbox link of me screen recording myself watching it, being like, what the fuck? Because it was like a whole new world. I was like, what the hell? I didn't know what to expect. And that happens often. It happens often because of my memory, but I don't know what the hell that was. It's almost like something spoke through me, you know? I don't know. No, but no, in reality of it, I probably just took a couple too many Ambien and then made a video.
Before due to smoking, substance abuse, and truancy.
Let's make a deal. Let's be for real.
Late December 1990, sometime after Christmas, Jeremy tells Michelle B that he was given a gun as a present / comment, which was not true as he stole the gun later from the drawer in the house of his dad's girlfriend. January 6, 1991, at about 11 a.m., Michelle calls Jeremy. Michelle remembers that Jeremy seemed depressed as always. He boasted that he was on acid.
You know, I'm not going to lie to you, right? So I've got my, it's before noon, so I've got my baby bottle full of great vodka. But I gave my mom my Ambien and all of my narcotics, all of my meds even, not just the narcotics. And so she can give me one, or not, well, I don't only need one of every single one. I need like 3 Klonopin. I need a daily allotted amount every day, and I can't abuse them. And then later on be in withdrawal and having a conniption fit. And I chose to do that. I gave them to her. And I also was going to give her all of my money. But then I was like, you know what? That's a bit much. I need my money. What if I want a great flight? Black flight. Like really bad. But I don't know. I might, if I do like get, like say this happens. Say, because I just got my disability check and nothing bad has happened. But say I fall off, get 10 black flies, buy an 8-ball meth, and then I'm acting like a crazy person. I will give her my money, and that's where it will remain for this foreseeable future. But that has not happened yet, so make me. Well, I mean, it's happened in the past, but like not since I said like if it happens again, which was like I don't fucking know.
And that he did more drugs than ever before. Michelle told him that she might be pregnant, but that Jeremy is not the father. Sometime during the conversation, Jeremy told Michelle he would die for her afterwards.
I want my life to be easy and stable and less whiplash and just like making up for this and then cut and slash that, like less push and pull and less fucking like accommodating my fucking like physical grief and my mental like ruined mental sanctity. Like I'm crazy. I want to not be such a fucking mental case. And I want to not die. That's also a perk.
Michelle called Wanda to report Jeremy sounded strange on the phone. Michelle said she felt Wanda did not show concern / comment. This call must have crushed Jeremy. But despite all, maybe he hoped they could raise the kid.
Don't be talking shit about Mark. That man is the wind beneath my wings, and I will kick your ass. Thank you. If you're constantly thinking about it and chasing substances, that ruins your mental health too. Exactly. Yep. And that's why I literally, if I think about it, it's not long before I do it. If I listen to a song I used to, oh God, all bets are off. Well, not necessarily, but I don't know, like, oh no, Beth's rocking. This is about, I'm in the rocking chair. What do you mean by that? Like, okay, what's it a sign of? Because now I'm like, what are you trying to say? I'm just rocking. Rock out.
Together. Although it was not his child, he remarked he would die for her, to assure her he would still be there for her. It was not mentioned how Michelle responded. She did sense something was off, and she called.
This is a very normal rate of me rocking, and you know that. Don't be pink. Don't be pink.
Called his mother, informing her about all of this. Why did she not call his dad?
Now
maybe she felt more comfortable talking to Wanda. There was no further info in the police records. Later, it was revealed that Michelle was not pregnant. Jeremy wrote in one of his last notes that Michelle was not to blame, but the actions and conversations between the two were considered in his decision. January 1991. Jeremy starts to write.
You know, Cam, it's crazy because one of my old and is like, well, I'm still supposed to take it to this day. I just don't, but I say I do. So it's a really heavy antipsychotic. One of the permanent side effects is mask-like face. And when you look into what it is, it gets even freakier. What the hell? Literally, these drugs, like, oh, you got more sickness, then you got your reserve, you know? Fucking A.
Sends suicide letters as well as tapes to friends. They would not arrive after he committed suicide. Chris from Austin provided a sample of those letters. January 7th, 1991, 11 a.m. Still in in-school suspension, Jeremy writes notes back and forth with Lisa, who was also confined to ISS at the time. He liked to talk about his life and to get to know Lisa and her life. They were writing about their school and private life, their problems in general. His last note ended with later days, and sent the usual right back, which caught Lisa's attention because she thought it was unusual. She later stated in a newspaper interview she did never expect what happened the next day. January 7th, 1991, 3:30 p.m. Jeremy leaves school
by the way,
catches a bus for his regular one-on-one counseling appointment.
If you're like, what is this? So it's saying dates and times starting at January 1st. Moving up to the 8th, which is the day of the, in the, you know, I can't say it because we're on live television. Oh, where's the window you guys are
at the aerobic center with Dr. Bob H. 6 p.m. The counseling session ends and Jeremy walks to the house of Joseph's girlfriend at Harvest Hill Road, which was nearby. Joseph's girlfriend also gave counseling and was not expected to come home until 9:30 p.m. According to the police report and Joseph's statements, it was agreed that after the counseling sessions, Jeremy was to wait at Joseph's girlfriend's house for his dad to be watching right now. As he was working late on the counseling days, Jeremy would enter an unlocked door and raid the fridge.
Kim, the thing is, he's usually watching, if not all the time watching me, if not like just like, you know, like waiting on me to be live hand and foot. I'm just kidding. No, but when he is watching, he doesn't like to talk much because, you know, this thing he does, he plays hard to get. And also, he has admitted that he likes to come into my chat and say one thing, and then I say something to him, and he never responds to me because it drives me up the wall at times. Because, like, what? But yes, he is a rascal. But I don't know if he's sleeping. I'm worried if he's sleeping because it's not that late. Is he usually sleeping at this time? I don't like. See, he's very mysterious, so I don't know his personal life like that. But should I be concerned?
While watching TV. 6:25 p.m. Jeremy pages Joseph to say he is at the girlfriend's house /com. Today he would communicate via messenger of his choice on a smartphone. Back then a pager must have been futuristic, at least a bit. Although RHS students at the time have reported it was very common for students back then to have one of those.
Yeah.
Jeremy feel about the fact he had to page Joseph all the time.
Wow.
Maybe it fueled his resentment of being controlled and constricted. 6:30 p.m. Jeremy calls Nancy and tells her that this was the last time they would talk due to the fact that he and his dad were leaving for Tokyo instead. Also,
Mark a plethora of different threats about me winning on Boyd, and I also just flat out told him that I know I'm going to win, and he doesn't have to tell me, and he can tell me I'm not going to, and I know that's just not the case. And I can tell you that too. Just mark my words. I'm going to win. I'm going to win, I think. And if I don't, yeah, but no, I threatened him many, many times over winning Boyd. He does never back down to my threats. He's not scared of me. So they were futile. And yeah, that's that.
Advised he had acquired an expensive ring for her for $800 from Lord and Taylor, and that he would be mailing her a letter and this ring the next day. He wanted her to always wear the ring and remember him while he was in Japan. He promised to write her, and he wanted the ring to be a friendship, promise, or even engagement ring. They talked for nearly an hour. According to the Jeremy story, during the evening, Jeremy calls RHS student to ask for help getting rid of a stolen stereo and getting drugs for a friend in rehab. Jeremy also talked about being tired of the bullshit that he had been putting up with at home, that he was in big trouble, and that he was really mad at Joseph. The police report states that it was suspected Jeremy stole both gun and golden ring from the house of Joseph's girlfriend at Harvest Hill Road on this day. One can suspect he snatched the gun from the unlocked drawer in the bedroom from 6:20 p.m. to the time he called Nancy. 7:20 p.m. Joseph picks up Jeremy from the girlfriend's house. Joseph recalls Jeremy seemed happy, upbeat, and normal. They went home and watched a movie on TV. 8:30 p.m. Jeremy calls Wanda. No details about the caller now. Wanda reportedly stated during the interview of 2018 to WFAA she was supposed to gather Jeremy from school on the fateful day in January. 10 p.m. Jeremy goes to bed. January 8th, 1991. 5:30 a.m. Joseph leaves the house to go to work. 7:10 a.m.
Mark is a very busy man, and he is a very big deal around here. Do you know how many taste tests he has to do? Would you like to taste that many tests? I don't think so. Get off his back. Yeah, he probably has to sleep after all those taste tests. No, but like literally, okay, speaking of his taste tests, like just to be heartfelt for a moment, like whenever I see one and it gets to the part where he still says, shout out Bethadone every time, I literally, like, I've like cried over it. I'm not kidding. Like, aren't I insane? But like, I'm like, oh my God. Like, oh my God. That, like, literally, I'm like, I don't know. I just think it's so nice. And like, literally every video, I get a shout out. Because like, I invented the taste test, of course. And this danger. I'm trying to peer into his window right now. Into Mark's window, like, at his house. He won't even tell me what kind of car he drives. I highly doubt he told you what house he lives. But, yes. I don't know what you're talking about, though. Oh, wait, where did I put the window? I'm so, like,
Joseph calls Jeremy to make sure he was up and ready for school. Before leaving for school, Jeremy called Nancy again one last time at 7:30 a.m. They spoke for about 20 minutes. He told her he and his dad were leaving for Japan at 3 p.m. on that day. He was en route to the DPS to get his passport. He also said he was stoned on marijuana. Nancy recalled Jeremy to be in good spirits and that he did not talk of suicide. She said that he was so at peace, so much more than I had ever seen him. January 8th, 1991, 8:20 a.m. Jeremy pages Joseph to notify him he arrived at school. He dropped off his backpack at ISS and went to the Eagle's Nest cafeteria wearing his big white coat. There he met fellow students and gave them ring and letter to be mailed after school by them because he was not going to be around after school. Jeremy did not seem to be depressed at all, but happy. There were at least 2 female eyewitnesses that were hugged by him and seen Jeremy smile. And in good mood for the first time. 9 a.m. Joseph receives call from Mr. Roseborough who reported that Jeremy was missing from class. Sometime after 9:45 a.m. Jeremy enters English class room 201 and is handed a hall pass by Mrs. Barnett to get to the school.
Everything is cause for concern. You're like, oh Lord, what is that? Like everything alarms you. You're like, oh Lord, heavens to Betsy, no! Like at the drop of a hat. Like I just blew a bubble. Are you scared of bubbles? Just kidding. But like what? Like literally, why is it? Well, it's not even just you. Like everyone seems to think everything I do is such a cause for concern. Is it, guys? Like be real. Is everything I do a cause for concern? I'm in
office and receive a new ISS admittance. He takes off his white coat and puts it on a desk in the back of the room. He leaves the room and removes something from his locker number 540, presumably the gun. He returns to the room and puts his hall pass on Barnett's desk and says something like, "Miss, this is what I went for." Or this is what has to be done, or this is what I really need, depending on the source. Then he placed the gun in his mouth and shot himself. According to several witnesses, there was no time to react. This happened in front of a full classroom of 30 students, now mentally scarred for life.
Not everyone has to make pleasant content.
But boy, did this boy fancy Nancy.
Who the fuck you calling unpleasant? One second. Yeah, okay, so like, wait, I just forgot everything I was about to say. Let me just like check what you said because it'll remind me. Oh my God, I'm dumb. Okay, what is happening? I enjoy your content. I'm not concerned. See, like people, there's all kinds of camps that watch me, I believe. And if you ask me, maybe hypothetically, one camp, they like me and they don't want me to do bad behavior and they get upset with me when they do. That's you, Cody, I would say. You fall into that camp, by the way. Hello. And then there's another camp where they want to egg me on to do bad behavior because then I spin out, act a fool, act crazy, make a scene, and it's in entertainment, I guess. And it's also, people like to see people suffer these days because they're sick in the head. So that's that. But, and then there's another camp where it's like, they like me so much that they don't want me to do the bad behavior. But when I do, they're not mad. they're just like, you know, like, let's just like make it through it. And like, I don't blame her for it. And like, I don't know, like there's many camps. I really like them all. I really like them all. But no, like literally, like people have like so many opinions. But one of the main things that I notice, themes in like the interactions with my viewers, especially chat viewers when I'm live vertically, like especially like emphasis on that, is the fucking fake outrage over absolutely everything. It's like, what? Like, they're like, why are you mad? Why are you yelling? Why is this? Oh my God, you did this. What? And it's like, oh my God, like, why is everything the end of the world? And like, such a startled shock, like, to you. Like, it's weird. I'm like, huh? Like, you're like, what's, like, what? Like, maybe I've just adapted to me. So I'm like, it's yo. But yeah, yo, Cody. I was just kidding when I said I told Paul that you thought he was an idiot earlier. I did not tell him that because he probably would not be able to forget it and like, you know, forgive you and shit. And then I'd be like feeling bad because it wasn't even true. The big bad Beth. Yep. I almost like I don't know. I almost went the big bad Beth the very next day. Like, what is like literally just like permafried.
Nancy was Jeremy's first big love, a love story which included huge drama. She was a year older than Jeremy. She had blondish brown, long curly hair, and a bright smile. At the time they met, Nancy was a nice, friendly, and social girl who excelled at school, like all year honor roll. Nancy was not at all involved in the stuff that Jeremy was in or suffered from, e.g. his drug abuse and problems stemming from depression. Those problems would eventually lead to their breakup. Later, Nancy became interested in administration and management in general. She addressed teen problems like skipping school and stress from studying in extended exam periods. She stated about truancy, sitting through detentions can be really boring and make you not want to skip again. Wait. About final exam time, she remarked that it seems like every time I turned around, I was having to take another test. It never seemed to end until they started to release the classes. That was the best feeling I have ever had, knowing that I wouldn't have to take another test for 3 months. According to Nancy, Jeremy was talking a lot about suicide and was into music that dealt with death and suicide. This is significant, as it makes evident that his suicidal ideation did not originate from a breakup, but from other issues, possibly his broken family life, brain chemistry, and condition, a trauma event.
Kim, I'm not going to say that Cody is shit. Me and Cody have had our differences in the past, and that's all I'll say. But he's a good guy. I'll vouch for Cody. He ain't. I almost said he ain't shit, but that makes it sound like he ain't shit. But like, he's not shit. He is dope. He's good. He's you know, same deal. I'm literally communicating like
of all. The breakup was only a catalyst. Rory Drive and the surrounding neighborhood appears lower middle class. In 2018,
how's it with the ex?
But the area was peaceful, quiet, secure, and any ideas about the early 90s situation? It is not known why Jeremy moved in with his dad all of a sudden after living with his mom for years and being rather successful at the age.
So, yesterday, and the interview with Mark was supposed to premiere yesterday night, but then, don't drink the bubble juice. Why? I didn't say I was going to, though. Oh, wait. Now that you said that, I'm going to tell him to stop and shout me out and say, don't. You know what? You can tell him he's not gonna. Because he knows that would crush me. That I would never be the same. Just kidding. But how's it with the ex? So in the interview with Mark yesterday, I discussed it, but he had to blur some things on my phone. And apparently that makes it take way longer in the check. So that's why it's taking so long. It was supposed to premiere last night. But anywho, he texted me yesterday. And he said, I will not be messaging you again. And he hasn't at all. And before that, like the night prior or the night before that, he was sending me a bunch of gibberish just over and over. And I had a sneaking suspicion that he was doing it on purpose to try to make me think that he was in some type of situation where he was in dire straits because of intoxication, because of a medical emergency, because of something, right? Usually, I thought he wanted me to think he was overdosing of some sort or in danger. And I could tell. And he kept calling me, and I didn't pick it up, but then I finally picked it up. And I was with that man for many years. I lived with him. I know what he sounds like on anything. He was not on anything. He picks up the phone. Whiny little bitch. She's like, And I'm like, hey, why are we texting me gibberish and word salad? What's up with that? And he's like, I don't know. I was like, huh? And like he literally was just whining so much. Like I don't even know much of what he said. And then I confronted him. I was like, I think that you literally tried to like stage, for lack of a better term, you being in distress over text so that I would get on the phone with you, and so you could whine. And so that is what preceded him being like, yeah, I won't be texting you anymore ever again. So yeah, and I just said, okay, great, like GR8, the number 8, and that's it. That's where we're left off. And I'm sad about it, to be honest. Like I miss him, which is so stupid. Isn't that ridiculous? Like what is wrong with me? He lost his leg. Yes, he loved me like his leg, and now I'm gone. So no, I'm just kidding. I don't know what you're talking about. He tried to prove me. Interesting. What's interesting about it? The gibberish, it's really not that interesting. That's like kind of his MO. But yeah, like literally I read like almost all our recent text exchanges on the interview with Mark. The interview with Mark is very, very all encompassing. I really spilled the beans, and I know I say that every time, but beans just keep on spilling.
Nancy lived in Mesquite. He lived near this place at Jonesboro with his mother Wanda. Richardson is way up north. Effectively, it became more difficult for Nancy and Jeremy. Although the driving license was just around the corner at age 16.
I let a kid's parents
Nancy
on
mentioned
fire
in the
once
police
when I was
records
in high
that
school.
Jeremy would
Didn't know
often
that.
remove his parents' cars without their consent to visit friends.
Yes.
Anyway, it is entirely
he's
possible
still
the sudden
trying
move had
to.
to do with Jeremy's anger and mental health problems, which could be too.
So he's still trying to, because you know what he's trying to do with that last message? Make me feel like it's not my choice that we're not talking. And then I feel like I'm not in control. I feel abandoned. I feel like no one loves me. And then I'm like, wait, maybe I do need him to love me. That's his hope. It's not going to happen. No, But that's what he wants
to handle for Wanda and Jeremy.
He just keeps going, like cycling back and forth between negative and positive tools to try to hurt me or love bomb me, like into submission, and neither are working. And he's just, you can tell he's very upset.
My sister back then, but this is just a theory. Evidently, Jeremy longed for Nancy and had a very hard time accepting they broke up. It is not clear whether Jeremy dated Michelle before or after the episodes at Nancy's house and the church retreat event. He would call each of them after the breakup and talk about life and love. It is apparent, though, he still needed medical treatment. Jeremy's artistic and creative letters with drawings written at this time in his life and sent to Michelle attest his love and affection for her. According to the police reports, his letters show that he really wanted to have a family with Michelle. The police report does not mention the contents of the letters he wrote to Nancy, but it can be assumed they were of the same quality. Maybe this is when he lost it. He was suicidal before, but the 3 attempts seemed more or less like they were cries for help and attention, not really planned out. The last reported attempt was in July. He went several months without incident, as far as the police records go. For any adolescent, moving several times in a short time span.
Hey, I told a story in the interview, and I just remembered that I told it, and I only told it the Sparks Notes version, but still, it's absolutely heinous, and it's about a Tinder date I went on where I ended up in jail. Just please, just don't think any less of me after you hear this story. It's unbecoming of a lady, okay? That's all. Moving on.
Classes all the time, not really being able to keep long-lasting friends or develop relationships must lead to feelings of alienation.
Oh, I miss him?
Jeremy must have felt this way too, like he was not able to fit in anywhere, although this was partly his fault. Adding to the fact that
tell me how it's possible that I miss him, but I don't even like him, and I hate him, and I can't stand him, but I miss him so much too. Like, I don't even know how that works. Like it's really weird. Like I literally just like this like primal just like base part of me, like this like I don't know. That's why I'm like, fuck. Are we soulmates? Are we meant to be? And I'm fighting true love. Like fuck, I'm fucking everything up. But that's not true. That's me being nutty. Oh, I just realized that the nutty part of the documentary. Okay.
Not true. As some friends remember from Tuesday, depression makes you not realize those things. Add the broken home you came from, with all the weirdness this brings. Almost every divorced child can whistle this tune.
Pigs and Herbert.
It became apparent Jeremy wanted to have a functional family of his own. Guess this is why he so desperately searched for a girlfriend who was committed to marry him in order to start a family, something to call his own. All those problems were destined to worsen his mental condition. Some friends who knew Jeremy suggested that he suffered from not diagnosed borderline personality disorder. I wonder what the readers think. BPD is certainly a possibility, but it was not mentioned in the police reports. BPD patients suffer from tantalizing fear of losing someone when they are in a relationship. Therefore, they appear clingy and controlling sometimes. They also face anger issues. It is a very complex disease that
I don't ever text him, Cody. I've never been the one that can go to him for support or go to him for, oh, I want to talk to you. Or like, I've never had it on my terms, anything, or my time of day. It's always been like me, make myself available whenever he asks at the drop of a hat, and be busy and don't bug him when he doesn't want to take on that much, I don't know, like emotional response. I don't fucking know, but there's something wrong with him. Oh,
is usually only
diagnosed. Funny thing. Did someone say pigs? Because I was wait, oh shit. Oh, I hope I don't make a fool of myself now. Darn it. There we go. Wait, let me see if it fits. I don't want to look silly. Guys, be for real. You and Luna? You know what's the stupidest thing about this nose? The reason I got it. Anyway, moving on. I don't know. Someone said pig. I love pigs. I have disgusting bloody pig tattooed on my shoulder right here. The words, because that's what I named myself. I love pigs and I love blood. And my name is Beth. Welcome to the show. Let's continue. Sorry for interrupting.
God, early adulthood due to being so difficult to grasp. A compiled list comparison of bipolar 2 and BPD from various sources can be found here and here. Whiteout was used for snuffing or even drinking back then. The effects mirrored those of alcohol inebriation, but without being drunk. Snuffing was popular with kids during the 90s, but could lead to kidney failure and other serious health issues, which is why today's whiteout is made of different chemicals. Also, there are 2 editions of the Cults That Kill book, hard copy 1988 and paperback 1989 with different designs. The report does not specify what kind of edition was found. The deer leg was found later, along with books on childbirth and fatherhood. Obviously, the threats and mental problems were the real reasons here. It can be assumed that the school staff did not know how to deal with Jeremy and wanted him out of the regular classes. He was carrying the stigma of being hospitalized at a psych ward. He did not feel comfortable at the new school, so he skipped a lot. It can be assumed it became a habit. And then
cat nose with whiskers. I don't know where it is, so I'm humiliated. But guys, something crazy happened today that I just want to tell you about real quick while I'm thinking of it. Okay, so the ceiling fan was over top of me, right? And I still don't know how the hell this happened. It was so weird, and I just stepped on a little bit of glass. That's why I know, or that's why I was reminded of it. But so I'm standing under the ceiling fan. Okay, so like I can act it out a bit. I'll act it out because this is ridiculous. I'm not going to act it out under the ceiling fan, though, because it might happen all over again. So I'll act it out right here. Trust me, this is important. So, sorry, it's dark in here. Okay, so I'm standing here. And the ceiling fan is above me. Like this. And I just got out of the bath, so I'm naked. And I'm throwing my dirty clothes and towels that I brought downstairs with me to the other side of the room. And I think I did like a underhand like backswing when I started to throw. I don't know what I did, but all of a sudden I heard like a big crash, and my hand hurt. And one of the lamp shades on the, because there's like 3 on the ceiling fan with bulbs in them. One of them and a whole bulb is shattered, and it rains down on me, and I'm naked all of a sudden. And I'm like, where did that come from? I don't know how it happened. I really don't. I'm not even that tall. It was crazy. So that was my day. And then I had to like sweep it and vacuum it. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that, like, literally, like, what, like, you know, like, that was crazy. That has never happened to me before. I've never just all of a sudden, like, dude, the ceiling fan is, I'll show you how tall the ceiling fan is, guys. So you can see that, like, literally, someone, like, I don't know, I've been framed. I'm just kidding, framed. Okay, light, upwards. Okay, so here's the ceiling fan. Here's the one that got knocked out, so my hand just can touch it. But I had to be, like, straight going, like, whoa! And I didn't do that, you know? Like, and these are solid. Isn't that crazy? No, I had to sweep and then vacuum afterwards and then wear shoes the whole day because I was still scared I was going to get a bunch of glass on my foot. But anyway, I'm sure you guys were very interested in hearing about that. Now let me get back to the program. But yeah, it was a very, very crazy. You totally did it. I did it, yes, but like how? Like and the weirdest thing, no cuts. A bug start, no. Ugh. If a stranger touched me in public, they would catch these hounds. Straight up. And they have in the past. Like, literally. That's how I do it, Kim. Like, don't touch me or I'll touch you. And it'll be a touch.
That Shep's website features an interview with an RHS official that sheds more light on the situation and also explains what ISS was like. It is worthy of discussion whether things would have been different if they reacted in another way back then. RHS staff was inviting and talking to Jeremy's dad to make him aware of all the problems. The follow-up was a bit lacking. This call must have crushed Jeremy. But despite all, maybe he hoped they would raise the kid together. Although it was not his child, he remarked he would die for her, to assure her he would still be there for her. It was not mentioned how Michelle responded. She did sense something was off, and she called his mother, informing her about all of this. Why did she not call his dad? Maybe she felt more comfortable talking to Wanda. There was no further info in the police records. Later, it was revealed that Michelle was not pregnant. Jeremy wrote in one of his last notes that Michelle was not to blame, but the actions and conversations between the two were considered in his decision.
Now, what was the word around town? What did people have to say about all this? And what do they have to say to this day?
I used to think suicide was selfish, but lately I realized that in some ways suicide is another way of speaking. That's why the lyric Jeremy spoke in class today gets to me. I had a thought that so many famous people kill themselves quietly. They don't lack.
Oh, sorry. This computer, it's gonna like make me act a fool. But this part is just various comments that people had or thoughts they had on this case or Jeremy or realizations they came to or insight that they found that they gained when they, you know, learned about this. Just like a couple, like not a lot. Not many people have much worth
feeling heard, but they just want to escape. When you look at grandiose acts of suicide, it seems the common thread is that is the language of the unheard. They go unlistened to in life, but their final statement is so loud to be considered offensive. They go from feeling ostracized in silence to being even more so in death. People say they are selfish and attention-seeking. That they should have killed themselves quietly where no one would be bothered, instead of forcing those around them to beat witness to something so traumatizing. Maybe that's all true. But in one statement, they went from being forgotten to being something that some people can never forget. In their final moment, they were heard. I know that there probably isn't a real connection, but just a year before Jeremy was born, Christine Chubak infamously killed herself by gunshot in Florida. I can't help but wonder if Jeremy eventually learned of that incident while contemplating his own suicide. Honestly, I wish Jeremy had been able to find the help that he needed. He was troubled and had his problems. But I think that he really was, at heart, a good kid. Right now, he would be 48 years old.
Yeah, it's like
2 years from now, he'd be 50. In the middle of his life, potentially. He probably could have become.
Yeah, what you mean, Kim? Like, literally, my second last boyfriend, like, the nose alignment. Like, Mark's term, by the way, I did not coin that shit. Guy, he worshipped me, and it got so fucking old because you know what happens when that happens? They don't have their own fucking mind. They don't have their own personality. They don't have thoughts of their own. It's all about you. And you know what that is? An obligation. So unless they are just like devoted to you, yes. Worship you, no. Gonna get old. Gonna get annoying. Gonna get just absolutely
become a successful artist or even a drummer for a grunge band of his own. Or something impossible to know. Now Jeremy is forever immortalized as a 15 to 16-year-old boy who just needed a lot of help that he never got in life. I know that his family and the witnesses, who are understandably traumatized by what they witnessed, hate the song's popularity. But I look at it as the song
unless it's say the C word. Calories. Literally. I don't get in trouble for anything, Cody, except for that stuff in the past. And now that I don't talk about that whatsoever, I never get in trouble. Like, he's like, oh, really? Okay, whatever. I mean, I guess. I talk about like literally taking 8 bars and trying to end it all in one video. I talk about doing this. I literally say I filmed a drug deal. There's so many violations that I do all the time that I don't even care about because I've never been punished for. But then it's the ones that I barely even do or don't do altogether, or that shouldn't even be violations, like the ED stuff, that I've been like literally deleted and reinstated for. What?
Preserving Jeremy's memory and getting his story out there to a lot of people who otherwise wouldn't be interested at all. And in doing so, bringing up the very important issues that led to Jeremy's end.
Yes,
I once was in a place close to where Jeremy was at, not nearly as bad, but I was ostracized from my peers at school and felt very alone, not liked by just about anyone, and only having a very small circle of friends. I am glad I never did anything like he did. Some stories just stick with you. This is one. I was about 14 when this happened. It struck a chord with me because
they mean it to be confusing, and at the end of every rule list, they say, keep in mind, this is not a complete and all-encompassing, or whatever the fuck term they use, list of all the rules. Other rules may apply, and we may penalize you for them. Like, huh? So, like, the rules are, there are no rules, except for the rules that I say are rules right now. Like it's so annoying. It's rules for thee, but not for me. Like, do as I say, not as I do type shit. And if you have a lot of followers, actually not even then. I don't know what the variable is, but they're just fucky.
I also lived my life.
But they've moved on from harassing me and targeting me. So knock on wood and move on.
Life in survival mode. A product of divorce, abandonment, abuse, and poverty. I imagine some of the same thoughts Jeremy had in his head swirled in mine as well. Screaming out for attention, but at the same time wanting to be left alone.
How are you?
Just wanting to be heard, really. And heard he was. Those with suicidal thoughts don't just wake up one day and decide to take their own lives. It's a battle. Some win, but many don't. There is a relief when that decision is made. Finally, you don't have to struggle anymore. But we don't think of those we will hurt. We actually think everyone is better off without us. In Jeremy's case, he did want to cause pain. I don't think in a malicious way. He just wanted someone to finally understand and hear him. His blood was a physical manifestation of his pain.
He wanted other people to understand that other pain was real outside of their own. And I totally fucking get that, Jeremy. I totally get that. Because you know what? Literally, I laid down naked in front of the line of cars in the Popeyes drive-thru in an attempt to end it all. Like when I was blackout drunk, like I am the queen of, especially when I'm inebriated past the point of no return, of like, I want to show you just how bad I'm hurting, like actions, you know, but I would never do that, obviously, like, because that's like, you know, very, very extreme.
So many who witnessed it were traumatized. Yeah. At his age, you don't analyze. You just do what
he wanted people to understand, that they weren't the only ones that are hurt. And for once in their lives, they were less hurt than he was.
Your emotions say. I often wonder where those witnesses are today. How were they affected during the years? The whole thing is sad. I wish I could go back and tell Jeremy not to do it. How that one decision would destroy so many lives. That life is ever-changing and can change for the better. Mine certainly did. Thankfully, my attempts were never successful. Thankfully, I got help.
I know, right?
I wish I could have found the correct help. BPD was not well known about then. My diagnosis didn't come until I was an adult. I'm glad mental illness is taken more seriously now.
Like, literally, I used to streak. I've been arrested naked many times. Like, literally, there's more of me naked on the internet than me clothed. Like, I'm not afraid of my body. Like, literally, I'm like pose. You know, like, I don't know. And like, I sometimes worry, like, what if like I like totally like just like melt and like look like horrific? But I'm like, no, because even that, like, everyone's got like their own ugly. I don't know. Anyway, I can't remember what I'm on about. Is this auto-generated narrator? It's text to speech. I don't pay someone to read my stuff and record it. That would be ridiculous. I just put it to text to speech for free. And then I don't have to talk because I stutter and I have to sometimes retake things. And text to speeches are so like convenient. I use it quite a bit now. But how am I tonight? You know, yeah, I don't know. I'm a little bit weird. You usually monologue then distort. You know, I just no, actually that's false. I don't do that. That I don't distort my monologue. That I say, or at least a lot, because that would defeat the purpose. Or I guess I do sometimes defeat the purpose. I don't know. Either way, I'm gonna make a poll for what's next, and I have to look up.
But we still have a long ways to go. Students and teachers are taught more about the signs of suicide and self-harm and what to do. Back then, there was not a lot of resources.
Like,
the kids that he did open up to are not responsible. They were just kids themselves. Many probably thought he was not serious, especially if he had a history of lying. Such a sad ending to such a young life, and such a horrible thing to witnesses or be a part of and carry through your life. If you're suicidal, please seek help. Don't give up just yet. It's a permanent solution, especially if you're young. Emotions are all over the place at that age. You are not alone. People do care. Maybe you just haven't met them yet. I believe it's a matter of perspective. A lot of people did try to help Jeremy the way they thought was the best for him, but it seems that his issues were too complicated for the time. If it is true that Jeremy had borderline personality disorder, then there was no effective treatment available for it at the time. Not to mention that mental health, especially
guys, there's still no treatment for it. You know how I know? I have it. There's no treatment for it. But you know how he said, like, a lot of people tried to help him. He didn't think they were qualified to help. No, like, I think often, because I deal with this a lot, like, because I don't really ask for help. And I think that, and the reason why, and I don't always let people help me. And I think that they have ulterior motives, and I don't let people near me in that regard, is because I'm like, they don't want to help me. Like, and then it doesn't even go beyond that. Like, I don't even like insert actual motive or like anything. I just like, it's like, you don't care to help me. You don't want to help me. Don't help me. It's like, fuck off. It's like, I don't know what it is. It's very, open my heart, Beth. I'm trying, and I have. Skinny women are closer to God. Well, yes. Yes. Well, yeah, because, you know, like, they're gonna, never mind, they're gonna perish. I'm just kidding. That was stupid. Your sister does too, like, not ask for help. Yeah, because also, if I, yeah, what's that line? It's like, how's it go again? It's like, oh, let me Google it really quick. I got you. For the way I hate when I can't remember a lyric because it makes me want to die. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Here we go. This is the line I thought of. Okay, here we go. I'm too intoxicated. Wait, no. And I'm too unemployed to organize a union. I'm too intoxicated to tear down a building. I'm too hopeless to look for a solution. I can't talk right now. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. And I'm too unemployed to organize a union. I'm too intoxicated to tear down a building. I'm too hopeless to look for a solution. I'm afraid that if I found one, I'd be out of excuses for the way I waste away in the gutters that I chose. But like, you know, like, that's like story of my life. Like, literally, like, Johnny Hobo. Yeah, that was Ramshack. That was from one of my favorite songs from Live the Dream / Die the Nightmare. From Here to Utopia. I will play that one either right now or after this. No, he didn't have BPD. They'd never diagnosed him. It's just speculated now, way after the fact, that he could have. But it's very rare in males. But I mean, I wouldn't put it past it. Like, it does track. But yes, I know all of Johnny Hobo's songs all the time. Yep. Okay. I keep like fucking just interrupting and be dumb shit. It's okay.
South US was a huge stigma, still is. so people were very reluctant about admitting it and therefore looking for help for it. Not to mention how expensive it was and still is. It is of no surprise that Jeremy developed a substance abuse issue. It is much cheaper to drown your problems in them than to look for proper therapy, unfortunately.
Cody?
I'm writing this letter for Jeremy.
You should have seen how, shut the hell, how loony I was last night in regards to like focus. Like, well, I guess it had nothing to do with focus, but actually, I think Mark played a couple on his stream, and they're my voice notes. So just for like comedic value, I'm going to show you guys how nutty I was last night. And like, I wasn't putting on a show. I wasn't exaggerating nothing. Like, these are just things like, I don't even remember what I said, but I'm just going to play a couple. Cause like, I don't like, what am I going to say? That's like, you guys can't hear, like, literally you guys know everything. And they're mine. So and Mark never says anything back usually, especially when I send like, I'll show you how many I sent. This, I'm insane. I'm insane. Like, this is like, what the fuck? Okay. So here's Mark's message. And then I sent pictures of what I wore to the interview. And wait, let me put my baby bottle down so I can show you. And okay, so that's me. Oh god, it's mirrored. I hate that. Okay. Oh my god, there. So yeah, and then these are all voice memos I sent, all in a line, a Dropbox link, voice memo, 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 voice memo. Like, there's probably like 60 or something. I'm insane. I don't even know what I said. Let's just pick a long one and listen to it. 50 seconds.
Mark, that link is very funny. Trust me. It's maximum 9 minutes. I repeat, maximum 9 minutes. But it's
okay. No, I want one of the ones where I was like, like I was like a fucking. Oh, this one.
Oh my god! I only said Mark and then it stopped because I dropped my phone in my face.
Right, this phone's quiet. Let me do it.
This is so nice.
Okay, I'm gonna do it on the other phone. This phone speaker's really quiet, and I want you guys to hear me in all my glory. Sorry if this is a little side track. That fat people get sick and want taxpayers. Yeah, and isn't it crazy that being so fat can make you get disability now? Like, as if you can just eat yourself disabled, then be taken care of for life. That's fucked. But in that concept's defense, you can do that with the opposite thing too. Like, there's people who do that the opposite way, and the same accommodations and all that shit happen. Okay, let's listen to me be a lunatic. You like that to be? What time did I send this? Let me see. I don't remember. It wasn't late. Like, I don't think. Why does it matter what time? Huh? But I'll figure it out. Good.
No, I'm not cut up somehow. It's crazy because I'm naked.
Oh, that's about the ceiling fan thing. That's today. One just started playing. How embarrassing. Okay. The one I was playing was 2:10, and it was right there. Okay, this is the one I was playing. Let's listen.
Oh my god, you said Mark and then it stopped because I dropped my phone in my face.
When I get silly, I'll tell you in a sec after this.
Oh, okay, this is so nutty.
Oh wait, no, that's gonna give away the video. Fuck, okay, we'll do the next one.
Mark,
No, that's about it too. Fuck. Yeah. I was like, there's no top secret information, but then there is about the fucking ending. Let me just. Okay, this one. Let's try over the. Come on. Am I whispering? I'm whispering really quiet, and it's creeping me out. That is so fucking. Okay, I don't know what that says. I'm gonna try to listen to. I feel like. I'm not doing anything bad. But like, I'm thinking like, do you like think I'm stupid? Like, what the hell? Like, what the hell? Why? Like, why? It makes me itchy. What the hell? What is the purpose of that? Where are you staring? That's what this is what I'm saying. What the fuck, Kate? I was like, I've asked her many times about my life. I've asked her to spy on me. I've asked her if she lies about spying on me. I've asked her if she spies about lying on me, and she spies on me all my life. Like, what am I talking about? That is nutty. Hopefully this one's Mark, okay. Oh, that one sounds sane. Wait, this is at 9:37 p.m.
Like, don't act like this, you know, like, I can't help it. It's crazy. Like, apparently, but, like, literally, it's like, and like,
why shouldn't you laugh?
From, when I think about it, like, you know, like, from outside, looking in, yeah, I probably do look, like, fucking crazy and just, like hecticana, as I'm going to say, and just, like, I'm probably just doing the most, just like, just yelling around. I'm like, and like thinking about like, just what I imagine it looks like I feel like I would be more tired than I am.
I'm like, just like with like what I imagine what I look like when I'm like you know, living. Like, I just think I'd be more tired than I am. What? Okay, a couple more. These are actually like pretty funny. Like, and like, what? Like, girl. It's either really smart or like we're just like, I'm not like, oh my god, because like, you know, I mean, you see it like for me, like, no, it's like literally like it's very interesting. Like, what the hell happened to, you know? It's very funny. It's like, what? Are you kidding me? Like, it says it. What does it say again? Oh yeah, it at one point it calls it like closer to the end because it gets like more and more obnoxious. It's like, oh wait, that's gonna give a spoiler up for the end of it. You had a lot on your mind, so much. I couldn't even. I didn't even know what I was saying until after I had said it 10 minutes ago, and I was already saying a bunch of other shit. It was weird. It was like it wasn't even a super high dose edible. It was a high dose edible, and I don't take them very often anymore at all. And I haven't really been smoking weed because I've been financially destitute because I've spent all my money on meth and black flies. You saw that happen in the vlog earlier, but I'm okay now. Just got money for the month. Didn't do that. But yeah, I'm a little bit lunatic, aren't I? Oh, I forget all those things. I just. Oh wait, that's not. No. Is there any good ones? Like, there's. Oh wait, let me check one more. What's it called? Avenue or not Avenue, but like freeway. I don't know what the fuck to call it. You know what I mean? Like one pathway. I don't know because there was a friend. I think I was yelling into the thing. Oh, I was sending little. Oh yes, yes, baby. Okay, they're not very. Okay, what's this? I wonder, like, sometimes, like, I'm pretty sure people know that I know I'm being stupid, but, like... that's too simple. Oh, 49. I was, because I haven't, like, done this in a while, fun fact, but I was recording for, like, my movie, like, as myself, like, you know, like, in physical form, like, you know, acting out things instead of just, like, you know, putting together. Am I boring you guys? And so I was doing stuff and just like, oh, this one, just one more. There's 7 minutes of heaven. I think it's about that long. It's me talking and reacting because I don't remember. Like I have Word documents that I make usually before. This is the last one. Like, do monologues because this is a text to speech thing I made. I love doing that. You know, I can when I'm real depressed and shit. Oh wow, I go that way a lot. Like I just do text to speech. I do just these weird like manipulating. This is unprompted, by the way. Images and stickers. And not a response. Like, actual video, and I go fuck wild. Like it's ridiculous. Like it's literally like obnoxious, but I love it. But anyhow, yeah. Oh yeah, that video. What the hell? I'm gonna have to fact check. Oh. It glitched out. Guess I saved y'all from myself. Let's finish the movie. But yeah, I was just like, actually, okay, No. We'll be doing it all day if I keep going. Unsolicited nonsense. Okay, it is the best kind. Kate, let me just look one more time because there was my friend called me because of all the the video, because if you have Telegram, you can like hold it down and send an audio message or a video circle. I got some nutty looking video circles that I sent him. Oh my lord, I'm gonna show them to you guys. Yes, I am. You're in for a treat. I repeat, a treat. Okay, what's the first one?
You hate me because you hate me. I'm in bed because I hate me.
No.
I don't know. Like what was I gonna say?
Oh my god, the glare.
Like, an award recently for like, I don't know. I can't remember, but I'm gonna have to tell you. So like, yeah, I don't know. I recorded like a really long little voice thing here, and then like, I don't know what happened to it. Like, I actually deleted it on purpose. I was like, what am I talking about? So like, I think I was just yapping about the Dropbox link, but check that shit out and then give me your thoughts. Because
it's because we're talking about suicide.
Like the other day, like within 2 days or 2.5 or 3 max, I did that, and I don't recall, and it's weird, and it's all about Queen Elizabeth. Like,
it's all about Queen Elizabeth.
It's so creepy. I actually like. What if I'm like? I don't know. Look.
Oh my god, I keep moving it the wrong way because it's mirrored.
I know I'm a little loony right now. I do not care. So if you're gonna criticize me, you can take a hike.
The laugh, we did it together.
Yeah, like maybe back in the day, I'd be like, maybe I'd take my antipsychotic and be like, oh.
And reminding you guys, these are all in one row, all without him saying anything. Just me, like by the way, of this too, like just in addition to, like it's like I think I make sense.
If I was like a danger to myself.
Okay, let's start this one over. It's the last one.
There's no reason to, so I'm just kind of like,
come on, dude, start over, please. Shut the hell up.
I don't know what happened.
Okay, I'm gonna.
I have the document, like.
Oh, I thought it was.
Oh, I'm begging someone to take me literally. Take me anywhere but here. Please, God. Please. Yes, please do.
Oh, it's a throwing.
Yeah, like maybe back in the day, I'd be like, maybe I'd take my antipsychotic and be like, oh, I'm taking my antipsychotic if I was like a danger to myself, but I'm literally not, so that like. There's no reason to, so I'm just kind of like, I'm just like, whatever. And then, what was I laughing? Oh, what was I laughing so hard about? I was laughing so hard about the Dropbox. That's what made me laugh. That's why you must watch it. It is a new stopper. It's so funny. I don't know what the hell happened. That's why held it.
What? Like, literally, nobody asked. Let's do a couple audio, just these 3.
I'm begging someone to take me literally. Take me anywhere but here. Please, God. Please. Yes, please do. Please. Like. Negative.
Oh.
Taking me away from here would be any type of negative. I don't know if it would be positive, but is anything really positive or negative anymore? It's all the same thing, man. Get it? Like I'm trying to struggle.
Yeah, totally. I want to see if there are any before the things because I think I was yelling. Okay, so I started having a heart. Yeah, the best laugh together. Laughing in unison. Literally, like, but I was, okay, so yesterday I had the interview with Mark, right? So that. And I looked so good for it. I'm going to show you guys a picture or 3 of me for my interview how I looked. This was me. I looked very good, as you can see. Wait, come on. Focus, bitch. I ain't joking, bitch. Oh, I got to turn the brightness down or something. You need to see this. Is gorgeous. I look like a piece of fine art here. I don't know how I did it. I didn't realize how good I looked until I reviewed the pictures later. But this is me for that. So that is the basis of what I'm about to do. I started bugging everybody I could, my mom, my sister, Mark, and this person, about me. I said, I'm so incredibly foxy. Wow. I think it might be out of control. And then I said, did you see my hair? And then
We didn't weep. That was my look for my third interview with Mark Fusion today. And don't worry, my little name tag on screen covered the nips. I repeat, covered the nips. I did not even realize how foxy and amazing and like, oh my god, the colors. Oh my god, my hair. Like, did you see my hair? Oh my god.
Did you see my hair?
Like, wow. This is like, I don't know. I took a little bit of THC, but I don't think that's it. I genuinely don't. Like, my hair looks.
I was at a loss for words because of my hair. I'm not kidding. Like, I was in awe.
Wow. I don't know, like, just very, like, I don't know. Like, I like I said, I didn't even look at it at the time. I didn't think much of it. I was like, this outfit will work. Like, it's kind of weird. And because it's so weird, it's okay if it's bad. Because, like, it's probably, like, looking weird and, like, bad and, like, not, like, good proportion-wise and shit. Like, that's, the neck thing's way too big. Like, I don't know. But I wanted brown with, like, metallic accents.
I have a question. Is anybody able to understand anything of what I'm saying? Because I never even considered that. And that's funny, too, if y'all can't. But anyway, let me know if you want more of that later, more where that came from. I won't bore you with all the gory details now. Let's just go back to the documentary. Sorry about that. Oh my god, it's been 2 hours and 21 minutes. We have not watched this 1 hour and 20-minute documentary because I yap. Oh my lord. But yes, so, ooh. I have permission. You had a lot on your mind. I did. And it all just came out all of a sudden, like, all fucking evening. And then I was just like, it was very, 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 very ridiculous. Like, I was like, yo, I gotta chill out. Fuck. Like, I'm yelling around, screaming like a banshee, going, like a crazy person, yet talking to myself, like yelling at videos that they should be in prison. Because, well, I mean, but you know, I was just acting all kinds of nutty, like, even like for me. I just, like, I'm not crazy. Yeah, I'm just crazy, foxy, but yeah, no, literally last night though, or last evening, or you know, it's weird, but we're gonna get to the end of this video, and
Wade, my name's Cameron, and I've been wanting to write this letter to you for a long time. I know we've never met, but I've been deeply touched by your son Jeremy's life. He meant so much to so many people, including me, and I've been thinking about you a lot too. I know Jeremy is no longer here, and I can't even imagine the pain you must carry. I just want you to know that your son made a big difference in his life. He inspired people with his strength, his heart, and his passion. Even now, he's still helping people through the memories he left behind. I also lost someone I love, my best friend Millie Jane Skinner. She had Down syndrome, and I have a condition called Prader-Willi syndrome, PWS. We were best friends since preschool, and we used to spend every Halloween, Easter, and the 100th day of school together. Losing her was one of the hardest things I've ever been through. So, I guess in some small way I understand what it's like to miss someone so much it hurts. I really wanted to send you this letter because it helps me feel closer to both Jeremy and Millie. I also wanted to ask, if it's ever possible, I'd love to get a letter back from you. Something I could keep in my room to remember that our hearts are still connected by love even through loss.
I did not look menacing whatsoever. Thank you. Literally, I looked at the camera. If I'm menacing by accident, that's on you.
Thank you for raising someone as special as Jeremy, and thank you for taking the time to read this.
Oh, I'm
sending you all my love and prayers. It'll mean a lot to me if you could write me back. Sincerely, Cameron. Jeremy was my best friend at the time of his death. We met at Timberlawn, where we were both in patient adolescence. I discharged in late September of 1990 and came back home to Austin. Here's a hilarious Jeremy story for you. In December of 1990, Jeremy stole his mom's car and drove to Austin for a surprise visit. I quickly realized he had taken her car without her knowledge. I'll never forget him calling me from a gas station in Austin, freaking the fuck out because there were cops everywhere. I told him to tell me the cross streets where he was and I'd come get him. I was 16 and had a driver's license and lead him back to my parents' house. Turns out that fucking guy was directly across from APD headquarters, hence cops everywhere, and he in a stolen car. LOL. In his mind, he was going to stay in Austin and had told kids from his school about the pregnancy that wasn't real and that he was leaving to be with his kid. I can't remember the name of the girl who was the alleged mother. It might have been Michelle. He wound up staying for a few days after my parents talked to his mom and agreed that maybe some cooling off would help him. That was the last time I physically ever saw him. I still have a so long suicide letter that arrived at my parents' house, addressed to my sister when my mom and I were up at the funeral. I randomly just ran across this site when thinking about him yesterday. It has been an interesting flashback that has sent me down the rabbit hole.
That made me look dumb. But yeah, so there is a sign, so it's not like people were not warned. Bethadone may induce boners. There's some warnings. Where's the other warnings? Here we go. Bethadone may be habit forming. Keep out of reach of children. I cannot hold this thing to show you guys to save this for the life of me. Oh my lord. I want to show you a couple more warning signs. Warning signs. Who makes warning signs about themselves in their spare time? I'm sorry, but what, girl? Like, literally, and obviously, and do you think there's a reason why I haven't posted any of the warning Bethadone induces boner signs? Because I'm like, I would look so silly. I can't believe I just admitted to even creating them. But guys, I've made so many coloring pictures of myself. I'm making a coloring book of me. Because then you guys can order it and color it. Anyway, yeah. My mother say I'm a terrorist. Or what I wanted to I did nothing wrong, but I got on the blacklist. Or like that. You know, what song is that? Does anybody know? Because I don't, and I would like to. That probably did sound like a song at all. Sorry, I'm going to put it this way.
Of memories from 30 years ago. I would be willing to contribute to your research with what I remember about him in those times. Chris. In the late 90s, I contacted the Richardson Police Department to ask about the audio tapes, but I was informed they had been destroyed. Still, I can't shake the feeling that 1 to 2 tapes might still exist, though whoever has them seems unwilling to share. Over the years, I suspected that the silence surrounding Jeremy was due to his father's influence. It wasn't until his father passed away that Wanda, Jeremy's mother, finally gave an interview on the news.
Because this is a stream all about suicide, specifically the suicide of a 15-year-old boy in front of all his classmates at the front of the class at the start of the day. And yeah, and just a lot of little interesting little avenues we can go down regarding that. There are many things to touch on. And touched on them we have, and we're almost to the goofy part. Yes, there's a goofy part. You're never gonna know it yet.
In the early 2000s, I wrote a letter to Jeremy's former home, and the lady living there kindly responded by sending me photos of the living room and bedrooms. She was very nice, and although the house is—
And forgive me if I'm wrong, but I think Mark pointed this out to me, that my content always has a don't off yourself helpline warning thing, just because it's me. I could be wrong.
Quite small. The living room felt cozy. It's also been touching to see some of Jeremy's friends disclose the letters he sent. His handwriting is just as neat as I had read about back in the 90s. It would be wonderful if Ash, the owner of this website, could conduct an audio interview with Jeremy's friends, the ones who shared the letter.
We have learned a lot, and we have gone over a lot, and what we still have to go over, speaking of these letters, there's a 7-page single-space handwritten letter to his friend Chris, who I suspect he may have had been in love with. I don't know. We're going to go over the letter as a whole standalone video, I think. Yes, I just decided that. But just so you know, stay tuned.
Letters asking them questions and gathering fond memories they have of him. Since the 90s, I've always believed that Jeremy wasn't bullied. But after revisiting everything, I'm starting to think he was. He only started in that class in October and ended up in ISS a few months later. So he likely didn't have a chance to become—
Part of Jeremy's problem, and I hate to say that, like, problem, because it's not like it's his fault that this happened, but part of the problem when people are like this and it ends like this is they're almost patronized and insulted. Like, help me? How could you help me? You think you could help me? Oh my god, yeah, you wish you could help me. Nobody can help me. How fucking dare you? You know what I mean? So they demonize those people. They resent those people often. I speak from experience. So when you are that, and then it's like you get darker and darker, and you're like, nobody understands me. I'm in so much pain, and it gets worse, like to a higher degree, more and more, and then you just can't get out of it, and then the inevitable. It's very scary. It's very bad.
Friendly with anyone in that classroom. Around 2005, I reached out to the school counselor at Richardson High School. I don't recall the specifics of what I wrote, but I do remember that the counselor had never even heard of Jeremy or the incident. It seemed that no one at the school knew about it. Before she replied to my email, she had asked several colleagues. No one even knew Jeremy's name. When I asked her about the old English classroom, she mentioned that it had been converted into a storage room and, to her knowledge, had never been used as a classroom since. It appears that after Jeremy's suicide, the room was locked and never reopened as a classroom. I also traced every home that Jeremy and Wanda lived in, though I no longer have the records. They moved around Richardson nearly twice a year. One year, they even moved 3 times. It's anyone's guess why they were relocating so frequently. I no longer have the interior photos, but I remember the house quite well. At the time, a young woman was living there, and I reached out to her asking if she could share some photos. To my surprise, she did reply. I specifically asked her not to take any pictures of her bedroom out of respect for her privacy, as that would have been Joseph's room anyway. The house was cozy and small, with the kitchen and lounge combined into one room. A narrow, dark hallway led to a small bedroom on the left, which would have been Jeremy's room. It was a modest space. If you're interested, you might consider sending them a letter yourself, explaining your reasons for reaching out. They may be willing to share some photos. I remember the house being quite dark, and from one of the photos, it seemed to have been taken during the day, based on the light coming through the window. The woman mentioned she wasn't familiar with Pearl Jam or Jeremy Wade Dell, but was genuinely intrigued by what I shared with her. I read somewhere that Jeremy's father had passed away.
The only Pearl Jam song I know, it really makes me really emotional. And it's the one that's like, just breathes like, yes, I understand that every life must end. And as we sit alone, one day we must go. Oh, I'm a lucky man to count on both hands one time. Like, it just killed me. Like,
possibly in an article related to Wanda's TV interview. I tried to locate it again, but couldn't find it. However, I distinctly recall reading about his father's passing.
Yes,
being a spiritual person, I thought it must be comforting for Jeremy to be reunited with his dad. Jeremy's father was older when he was born, possibly in his 30s or 40s. If his stepfather was the one who passed away, Jeremy's dad would be in his mid-80s by now. It's possible the newspaper referred to his stepfather as his father. I've noticed that Jeremy's sister frequently posts about her mother and their time together, but she rarely mentions her father. I know she loved him. She once posted a photo of him, but it has since been removed. Regarding Steele, I'm skeptical of his claims. I remember his website, and much of what he posted didn't seem credible. I doubt he had any tapes. If you're trying to determine if Chris is still alive, it wouldn't be too difficult with some effort. I assume Ash knows his last name. Looking ahead, you might want to contact Mrs./Miss King, who was interviewed in the news article about Jeremy. She was present in the classroom at the time and could clarify whether Jeremy was bullied or share any other memories she might have. However, given that Jeremy wasn't in the class for long, she may not know much. It might also be worthwhile to reach out to Wanda, especially now that she has given an interview to a news channel after all these years. I'm sure she would.
That Parbs, because on my cam room tip menu, I used to have 3 silly options. 1, a Cher impression. 2, a Wild West noise. And what was the third one? Oh yeah, snake hands. And I'll show you guys all 3 for free on the house, okay? Because you guys are so lovely. So here's the Wild West noise. Let me just. I don't want to fuck it up. So that's that. And that would be 6 tokens. Or no, 16. And then the Cher impression would be 17 tokens. That's all they get. It's not even good. And then the snake hands, which honestly, this is pretty skills. Snakes are coming out of my head, and the spot between my legs. Like that shit or what? What a bargain. Do you know how much those sold like hotcakes? Wild West noises? Holy shit. Or what were the other ones too? I feel like there was other funny ones too. What about, yes, no, everything I've ever done is a bargain because I'm very
be open to speaking with.
I price my everything I ever price at all very affordably, but it's always priced.
Ash or you, especially since you're part of a website dedicated to Jeremy. She might even be willing to share more photos or artwork. When I was
classmates, the teenage,
which would have been Jeremy's room, rarely mentions her.
Okay.
She was present in the classroom at the time and could clarify whether Jeremy was bullied or share any. After all these years, I'm sure she would be open to speaking with Ash or you, especially since you're part of a website dedicated to Jeremy. She might.
I got too much of a comment.
She was still finding it difficult.
Okay.
And I do not remember making it.
Okay. This is the segment. I repeat, the segment that I don't remember making that is off the wall bonkers. Like, it's like, why did it go there, and what the hell is happening? You know, some men are extremely lonely. Some women as well. Yes, everyone's very lonely these days. It's an epidemic. No offense, but the whole cam girl thing just never did it for me. Yeah, never. Like it depends on what cam girls like. I just am a bit of an exhibitionist, and I like nudity as art. So I honestly, like, I probably like flicked the bean on camera like 10 times or less in 9 years. And it was only if I was paid handsomely to, because that just was my thing. Like, I don't care to do that. No fun for me. You know, like that's literally no fun. Like, it's just like, ugh, task. But I like to like dress up, put on like the songs I like, do a little dance, give them a show. And that's the type of things I would do. Welcome to the Bethadone Clinic. You know, I really, really, really did build the Bethadone Clinic from the ground up. And it is great. Is and vote for a regular ordinary Karen instead. Huh? What? Sorry, I like got behind. This is the segment though, guys. So buckle up, because you'll think it's normal until it's not. Okay. I'm gonna shut up during the whole thing. Okay. And if I don't, scold me and tell me to shut up. Say, Beth, you said you were gonna shut up for the whole thing. I don't know why.
The morning of January 8th, 1991, Jeremy Wade Dell was late to school, missing his first class of the day. When the 15-year-old showed up for his second period English class, having missed morning registration, his teacher, Faye Burnett, asked him to go to the school office to get an admittance slip. Instead, Dell returned to class with a gun, a .357 Magnum revolver. "Miss, I got what I really went for," Dell told Barnett, walking to the front of the classroom. Facing his classmates, the teenager then put the barrel of the gun in his mouth and pulled the trigger. Fellow pupils in classes throughout Richardson High School, located in an inner suburb of Dallas, Texas, heard the bang echoing through the halls and assumed that someone was playing a joke. But then we heard a girl running down the hall screaming. One student told reporters from the Dallas Morning News it was a scream from the heart. Reading about the teenager's death by suicide in a single paragraph, newspaper story struck a chord with Pearl Jam frontman Eddie Vedder, who remembered that he totally related because I had a very similar experience with a kid who I grew with while a 7th grade junior high school student. Vedder recalled a fellow pupil bringing a gun into a geography class and firing bullets into a 1,000-gallon fish tank. And I had gotten in a fight with this kid like a year earlier. Vedder told music writer Corinne Bliss in 1991 after reading the newspaper article about Jeremy Wade Dell. Vedder wrote a song inspired by these two separate stories and titled it Jeremy. The song would become the third single released from Pearl Jam's debut.
I'm just going to say one thing. Just listen carefully.
Debut album, 10. And while often reluctant to explain his lyrics, Vedder felt that the issues which informed the song were important to address. Advertisement. If it weren't for music, I think I would have shot myself in the front of the classroom. Eddie Vedder. I've kept a lot of songs, ... The lyrical content like shrouded in mystery, he told Houston. Texas radio DJ David Sadoff in 1991. Just because. It's been really great to get other people's interpretations and even inject themselves into the songs. And I think then it becomes something bigger than just like 5 guys in a band and this is their song ... With Jeremy, I think I decided I will start talking about what that song is about. In 1992, Vedder shot a video for the song, filmed at a New Jersey high school with director Mark Pellington, whose previous credits included U2's video for One and the Disposable Heroes of Hippoprise's video for television, The Drug of the Nation. The video, which starred 12-year-old Trevor Wilson as an alienated teenager bullied by classmates, helped the song become a worldwide hit and won no fewer than 4 MTV Video Music Awards in 1993, including the prestigious Video of the Year award. Reflecting on the remarkable events of January 8, 1991, when she was only a young girl of 16 years old, Queen Elizabeth II tenderly confessed, "This indeed was a truly significant awakening of mine. It felt like the universe was telling me, in that moment, that life isn't going to be all sunshine and rainbows."
I know.
You know?
Keep listening.
There are those inevitable realities of life that confront us.
I don't know where I went.
Tragedies that unfold. And it genuinely made me grow up pretty much overnight. In a way that was truly unexpected. It's not every day that a 16-year-old girl might have to face a new reality in her life. But this is precisely
all about Queen Elizabeth.
What happened to Queen Elizabeth? Two on that fateful day in January 8, 1991. On that date,
I know
the young monarch had to face the many.
What are you concerned for? I'm sitting right in front of you. Perfectly fine. This, if you saw it and you didn't know what my status was and I was MIA, yes, concerning. But I'm able to understand. I don't understand. I don't understand what I meant. Maybe I thought it was a joke, but like it's just keep listening. It's not done.
Challenges and expectations.
I don't know
that life had in store for her, and also navigate through the emotional turmoil that stemmed from the unexpected loss of her beloved father. In her candid reminiscence of that experience, she expressed how everything seemed to shift in perspective suddenly. It was an awakening that enabled her to redefine her path and explore who she was while growing up at a pace that was previously unimaginable. Elizabeth II realized how important it was to face the dark side of life candidly if she was.
Queen Elizabeth realized that how important it was to face the dark. Gay and stupid and what the hell is going on? Like, oh my god.
Going to truly learn to embrace every experience that life had to offer. It's undeniable that the events of January 8, 1991 shaped and molded the life of Queen Elizabeth, too, in a way that no other experience could have.
It's clear that the events of the day that this kid killed himself shaped Queen Elizabeth in more ways than anything possibly could have. In a way that no one could have anticipated. Like, what the fuck, girl? Huh? And I, like, the thing about this part, I remember making this visually so vividly. But I remember saying something else. I feel like it's so weird. It's like I get mental illness.
Hey, she is a symbol of strength and resilience. And her remarkable story serves as a testament to the power of the human spirit to conquer the most daunting obstacles in life. Accepting that award from Red Hot Chili Peppers duo Better and the audience at the Universal War for Music. I think I would have shot myself in the front of the classroom. It really is what kept me alive. So this is to the power of music. For all the acclaim it video for Jeremy was not without version of the video. Trevor Wilson is shown placing the gun in his mouth with empty song guidelines.
Like, it just becomes words on words on words on words. And you know, that's one thing that leads me to believe maybe I did do this on purpose, because a descent into madness, which makes sense. I do make things like that. This is very me, but I just don't remember, and I don't know why I brought up Queen Elizabeth or made this whole like child suicide tragedy about Queen Elizabeth and how she felt. Like, what? You thought about the Queen too much? My great-grandmother looked like the Queen's identical twin. I'm not even kidding. When I would see pictures of the Queen at my elementary school, I would say, guys, that's my great-grandma. Like, literally, no, it is. Like, I thought it was. Where's my mirror? I'm putting on lip gloss. Oh, okay. I don't need it. But, okay, let's just end this here because it just goes into, like, word madness. And then I have a little surprise for you that I thought of when me and Parbs were talking about how I do great impressions, okay? I have never tried this before, and I think it could be fitting. You're like, oh great, just bringing up the ukulele. She is. Oh, you did that. Okay, I'm just gonna see, because you told me I did a good one. Let's just test it. Let's just make it bigger though, because I can't see it. Oh Lord. Okay. Don't. Please don't. Okay. Yes, I understand. No. That's not so bad. Oh, it's because my mom can hear me. I feel gay. Yes, I understand that every life must end. And as we sit alone, I know someday we must go. I sound bad. I don't like it. Never mind. Forget that even was an attempt. Oh, anyway, okay. You know what I do have though at the end of this documentary? I'm going to go on to get through it. You know what I do have at the end of this documentary? Actually, no, I don't. Let's just end it there, because yeah, I'm over it. Where's the window that I'm in? I can't find the window that I'm watching you guys in, or that I have you guys. Oh, right here. Sorry about that. Okay. This is better. I don't know why I can't do it. Maybe because I'm not good at things. I believe you. Okay. Now, for the song in between what we do next, which is the new movie called Under the Hinge. You picked Pretty, so I will play Pretty. And you know what? I'm actually going to do a little surprise for you in the middle of this song, and I'm not going to tell you what it is, but you'll see. I have it. Oh, it's right over there. Let me just grab it really quick. Don't want to forget. Because this song has another instrument featured, and that's all I'll say. And I'll put it here for when I need it. Turn off my mind, I beg you. It's buzzing like the devil's bow, pulling me pure heart been bound by nickel, but not bent beneath the coil. If you play, oh wait, I'm on screen share. Sorry, they just want. Wait, there. I'm gonna start over. Sorry guys. You know this is a gong show, and that should be a slower song. And let me just like lean back when I play it so I don't fuck it up. Sorry, I'm like so finicky. Turn off my mind, I beg you. It's buzzing like the devil's bow, pulling a soft virgin string, a terrible shriek from below. A pure heart been bound by nickel, but not been beneath the coil. If you play her right, she'll sing through the night with the whispering reeds in the fields. And then my hat fell off, all this dumb shit. Okay, let me start over this solo. It's hard to hold a kazoo in your mouth. And the flies on my walls are silent, but the storm in my head is a hell. So I'll try to play you correctly for a toll of your deep slumber bell. My fingers are wretched and callous. Soon daybreak will creep up my stair. Now I've not got long to summon the song of the girl with the flaxen hair. Oh shit. Was that insane or good? Because I used to do that when I would busk and people loved it. I'm gonna watch that back later and it probably looks like just like craziness. Oh my god, like everybody left just because I kazooed. Okay, whatever. I feel like there's something else I want to play too. Sorry. I made like a list. Or, you know, I want to play it one more time because I feel like I didn't do it justice. If anyone objects, say you object. Because that was a really, I feel like I can do it like better than that. Because the kazoo solo, I wrote that in. I made that. That's all me. But like, let me just, it's hard to grab the kazoo when you need it. Oh, maybe if I put it here. Wait. I need a strap. BRB, I need a piece of, okay. I'm going to play the song one more time just because I'm really proud of the kazoo solo. And if it sounds like shit, it sounds like shit. I'm not aware of it, so. I'm going to try to do it like slow and pretty. Because I have a bad tendency, a bad habit of rushing through songs for whatever reason. Turn off my mind, I beg you. It's buzzing like the devil's bow, pouring a soft virgin strain, a terrible shriek from below, a pure heart been bound by nickel, but not bent beneath the coil. If you play her right, she'll sing through the night with the whispering weeds in the field. Oh, that was harder than just picking up. Okay, never mind. Fuck it. Fuck it. We're just gonna not do that because it's a solo song. But it's pretty good, and I recorded it today, so like I'll just post a video of it being like done properly because that was like literally like a mess. But I wrote down in my notebook on my computer here. Remember Freud on the funny computer. Oh yeah, a couple songs I wanted to. This is a song I wanted to sing you guys for a while. It's about not being a prostitute anymore, and it's just the same line over and over, but it's so good. Like I could sing it all day. You can leave me on the corner where you found me. I'm not for sale anymore. You can leave me on the corner where you found me. Oh my god. Oh, I suck at everything. Okay. I just have to like not get carried away and not close my eyes. You can leave me on the corner where you found me. I'm not for sale anymore. You can leave me on the corner where you found me. I'm not for sale anymore. You can leave me on the corner where you found me. I'm not for sale anymore. Oh, you can leave me on the corner where you found me. I'm not for sale anymore. Oh, leave me on the corner where you found me. I'm not for sale anymore. What? You should see me last night on Mark's stream. I was wasting saying so much random crap. What did you say? What did you talk about me? Because I'm going to read the transcript, so I'll find out. Okay, one more. And then we'll go to the movie. Or however many more I feel is necessary. But this is one I've never played for you before, called Ohio. Out from my window, how far is... Oh, wait. Sorry. Out from my window, across from the city, I have what's considered a good view. 2 blocks from the fountain and 3 from the subway where I walk to break in the new shoes. She stands there just waiting, just waving at... Oh my god. Why am I so dumb? Every time I try to do something on here, I make an ass of myself. And I wrote things down just to look a fool still. I really don't know what the hell is my issue. Let me just look in my my bookmarks actually, because I made bookmarks for this specific occasion. Oh Lord, though, I am so goddamn annoying. Like, literally. You can leave me on the way me. Oh, this one I was reminded of today, and I think I do it well, and it's like kind of gay. Like, I don't know, it's sublime gay. Let me know in the chat, but I just want to talk about. I like this one takes me back to like high school. When you grab a hold of me, tell me that I'll never be set free, that I'm parasite, creeping cross, stepping to the night, 2 pints of booze. Tell me, are you a bad fish too? But no, I feel like I sound bad with everything right now. Is it in my head, guys? Should I just quit on my head? Let's just watch the movie. I think. I don't know what to do. How do I save face here? Or you know, we'll do this one actually. Yeah, I can handle it. When you grab a hold of me, tell me that I'll never be set free, that I'm a parasite, creeping crawl, I step into the night, 2 pints of booze. Tell me, are you a bad fish too? Ain't got no money to spend. I hope the night will never end. Lord knows I'm weak. Won't somebody get me off of this reef? Wait, sorry. Fuck you. Oh, everything I keep. Baby, you're a big blue whale. Grab the reef when all duck diving fails. I'd swim, but I wish I never learned. The water's too polluted with germs. I dive down when it's 10 feet overhead. Grab the reef underneath my bed. Ain't got no quarrels with God. Ain't got no time to grow old. Lord knows I'm weak. Won't somebody get me off of this reef? Ain't got no quarrels with God. Ain't got no time to grow old. Lord knows I'm weak. Won't somebody get me off of this reef? No, I fucked it up. I fucked everything up. That was horrible. You know what? I think it's my attitude. I didn't get myself worked up. Wow, that's totally not. No sold my big reveal. What? Wait, what? Oh, I thought you were saying that nobody liked me. I was like, what? I don't know what I'm saying. I think I'm a little lenny. You know, I'm like, maybe I should karaoke something for you guys. I've never done that on an Art Freak stream. Should I do that? Or the opera song. I've never sang opera for you guys except for on my first stream. It's not always about me. Yes, it is actually. Around here. Just kidding. No, I do tend to think it is, though. It's like, what? Wow, Beth, what? What did I do? Like, I don't know. I like, okay, I'm going to do a poll and be like, movie now or movie in a second after I'm done singing a little bit poorly. But I'm going to do a poll so that I'm not unfair. Wait, you like the phrasing? Okay, what's the one I can play without thinking about it? Oh yeah, this is one. No, that's gonna be. Oh, I told you I was gonna play from Here to Utopia, the song for the Desperate. Whoever brought up Johnny Hobo earlier, so I will do that because I really like that one. Baby, I flew in from here, yeah. Disco. Okie dokie smokies, you ready for this? And I relate to this song a lot. All of their songs, to be honest, but like, yeah. Well, I'm afraid that the circles I've been drinking myself in aren't big enough for the bowels that I try to fit inside of them. When I was young, I drank too much, and I'd be lying if I said I didn't feel so goddamn young tonight. Maybe too young to ask what's on my mind. Like if freedom means doing what I want, well, don't you gotta want something? And won't you tell me that, is it me? It's the rocking chair. It's the rocking chair because I'm rocking. It's the rocking chair. Okay, one more try. All right. Maybe we should do a different one. This one instead. This is gonna be it. Maybe. Depending on how it goes. But holy fuck, I just keep shit in the bed. It's crazy. Okay. No one needs to tell me how to get down. But won't somebody show me how to get back up? I thought about killing my landlord, but he was pretty nice. Instead, I paid my rent on time as often as I could. I've been making strange friends in the desert, yeah. Okay, it's the rocking. Because I keep rocking. How do I stop? Should I like sit on the floor? Should I stand? I'm at a loss right now. I don't know what to do. Wait, other people exist? It's possible? Okay, I think the rocking chair is like rocking my, like, you know, I'm just gonna try standing and doing it because the only complicated thing about that is a ukulele doesn't have a place to put like a strap, so this might go bad. So we're just gonna try one. Subtle clam shot? No, none of that. None of that. Because that is not allowed. Okay. Oh. You will just do this one. This is shorter, less to fuck up. No one needs to tell me how to get down. But won't somebody show me how to get back up? I thought about killing my landlord, but he was pretty nice. Instead, I paid my rent on time as often as I could. I've been making strange friends in the desert. Yeah, they love Jesus and America too. It ain't as bad as it sounds. No, I can't because I can believe. Okay, literally, this is going away forever. We're done. We're so done. I just can't play it today for whatever the fuck reason. That was so, that was horrible. That was literally the worst thing ever. Let's just get to the movie. Oh my, what? Damn it, woman. Like, I'm trying to think of one that I could play successfully so that I don't end it on a stupid retard note. Like, what's one that you can think of? Oh, my book's right there. But I don't want to be looking through the book and shit. Like, yeah, right? Like, I'm gonna fuck them all up, so let's just not and say we did. You know? Let's just play the movie. Ouch, ouch. Art Parbs, you hurt my feelings, but we will do as you wish. I'm just kidding. No, you didn't. I am like literally the worst. Like, girl, quit while you're ahead. You know what I mean? Like, was the story of that situation. The movie. Okay, the movie is in here. The movie. The birds are coming, 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 the birds are coming. Oh, those birds. It's a part of a Tiny Tim song I really like. But if I just say it, it probably just makes me look loony without the context. So that's why I said the context. I'm just going through my Dropbox, y'all. Nothing to see here. Is that it? I made it's still in the making because some of the closed captions are wrong, so I have to fix them. But I made a romance movie about a guillotine. So look forward to that once I fix it, because I need to fix it. I can't. Where's the other movie? I'm getting a little bit. Oh wait, I can just search it because it's named. Oh. When you get a hold of me, here we go. Tell me I'll never be. Now let me bring you guys in. This is called Under the Hinged. And this is the last thing we'll do, and then I am fucking off because I am like totally defective today. Like, what the hell's wrong with me? Like, literally, I'm making an ass of myself. I've never made an ass of myself in a art fixture, I don't think, until now. But anyhow, it's about just begging for mercy, but not knowing who you're begging to anymore. I'm here for movies and clams, and I'm all on movies. Ooh. Well, let's. Good thing I got one. Here we go. Under the Hinged. Oh yeah, it's like a play on words, like under the bridge and unhinged. You know. Oh, that's what's in there. Okay. See you saved. Oh, was it that bad? Okay, Parbs, if I'm ever literally just like making a total twit of myself, tell me, please. Yeah, it's only a slow-mo intro. There's no slow-mo throughout. Okay, yeah, let's just sit back and watch this movie, and then I'll fuck off, and I can just like, practice my ukulele. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Like, do people just think I'm an idiot, or do people think I'm fun and cool and like, you know, like, I mean, I'm here, right? Yes, but what does that say? I don't know. You like to watch weird bitches on the internet? I don't know. No, I think it says that you're invested a little bit, which I'm so tickled by. I'm literally, something about me though. I'm invested in my fucking people that I just see in the chat, people that I see in comments. I'm invested in every single person that crosses paths with me in any, even seemingly minute way. I'm invested. You know? So it's nice when, you know, other people can appreciate that and, like, you know, match style. It's stylish to be whatever I just said, I forgot.
Everything is
I'm a bit invested.
with me. Take me away.
And
everything is wrong.
One more thing about me that I think is really viewer friendly, or like pro for the viewer, is I'm very interactive. I interact with everybody that interacts with me, almost. Like, it's very rare. I don't ignore people. Sometimes I cuss them out, but that's rare. Like, I'm very interactive. I'm very nice, and I'm willing to explain myself all the time. I think people become invested and
Wrong with
interested.
me. Take me away.
Or they just
Everything
are
is
like,
wrong
what
with
the
me. Take me away.
did I just fucking...
Everything is wrong with me. Take me away.
Where are you putting your fingers?
Take me anywhere that isn't this skin. This fuzzy meat suit full of alarms that won't shut up.
What?
My thoughts are on fire and none of them are useful. My feelings are too loud, my body is too much. My past won't stay buried and my future keeps tapping me on the shoulder like a debt collector with a smile.
You know,
I can't rest because
the silliness I feel and the foolishness I feel I must look when I am acting out these things to silence, because this is a voiceover that I made probably like 4 months ago minimum, and I did the footage a couple days ago. So I just had it playing near the camera so it would hear it, and I'm just like actually psychotic. What?
Sprinting. I can't move because everything feels nailed down.
About what?
I'm exhausted in ways sleep doesn't touch.
When did I not?
I'm trying, and that's
Hi, Armani.
the joke. I try and I try and try. And it still looks like failure from the outside.
It's because it's
I
failure.
followed the rules, I swallowed the advice, I breathe the breaths, I count the counts, I name the colors.
Yes, but I
room
know
like
what clarity is, but why is that
kindergarten hostage negotiator.
In fact, I would go as far as to say playing that many songs, like just terribly, over and over, convinced that it's going to be better this very next time, for that amount of time, is the opposite of post-nut clarity. That's like pre-nut tomfoolery, in my opinion. My whole life is pre-nut tomfoolery, actually.
None of it.
It's a good way to put it. Not tomfoolery.
Stops the feeling that something fundamental is broken. Not shift, not craft, broken. Take me away.
Rewind it.
I don't want
guys? Oh my god. Wait.
I want another meat.
This movie is slow moving, and I'm just not in the mood for it, to be quite honest with you. So let's end this, and it's already been 3 hours and 17 minutes of me just fucking up songs and talking over a documentary I made about Queen Elizabeth and this kid who shot himself in the face in this classroom. Like, this is so nutty. You got to go anyway. Okay. God damn it, relax. I'm like, I keep getting like frazzled today. I can't believe I missed 3 hours of the stream. Honestly, Armani, it's probably Parbs, you're hurting my feelings. I'm gonna play a couple goodbye songs because I never stop trying. You know, I'm persistent. I persevere. I'm just gonna. But if it's bad, I'm just gonna drop it and walk off screen, and you'll never see me again. No, I'm kidding. The hat thing keeps fucking me too. Like, come on. Okay. One little song, and then so long. It's called Needle's Eye. It's a love song. sincerity, you know. Want a song that will dig into my bones. I want a place to live where I can raise my kid. Oh, my voice. Oh, I think it's my voice. One more time. We're gonna try Badfish, and if I don't get that, then we're out of here. That's what we're gonna do, because I really like that one. I feel like I did it really good before I was live. Like I was practicing it. When you grab a hold of me, tell me that I'll never be set free, that I'm a parasite, creeping cries. No, yeah. Oh my god. I feel like I'm just not liking the way I sound, and that's just how it's going to be tonight. But you know the one that I did sing properly and finished, and the crowd went wild, and it went well? This one, and we'll try it one, Into Dust, Mazzy Star, that one from earlier. The one thing I did right there, I think I can do it right again. And then reckless and on again, inside today, beside me today, around and broken in. Oh, never mind, fuck it. Never mind. I'm just not gonna be able to do it. I am too freaking flustered or something. There's something wrong with me, and I'm going to fix it later. Okay. Anyway, sorry guys, that was a god awful horror show, and I don't know what that was, but the documentary debuted, and I made an ass of myself. So, got 2 birds stoned at once, and I gotta get something. Okay, bye, Parbs. Bye. Thank you for coming. Thank you for reminding me this kid's name a bunch of times until I could actually Google it finally and make the documentary. And yeah, guys, sorry that this has been a series of unfortunate events and catastrophes, because yeah, like literally though, that sounds about right now for me. Like I just kind of am one lately. I sound like so melodramatic, but it's true. Anyhow, I'm just gonna shut the hell up. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. Kisses from me to you. Have a blessed day as well. I will work on my vlog tonight because I know you guys like my vlogs more than my weird art shit. And yeah, it just might be a minute or two because it's 2.5 hours of footage. Beth out. What was I gonna do? I was gonna be like, Beth out. Weirdo. I'm so weird today. Like literally, like what the hell's wrong with me? Like literally, I'm creeping myself out. So I better go before I creep everybody out. Wait. Oh my god, I thought that was ending it. That fucking cooked. Oh my god. Kisses for me to you. Have a blessed night as well.